guys. Hello. I feel like we're lost. Saturday on YouTube? Who's texting? Hello. Oh no, that's my Wordle reminder. Have you Wordled today?
Just a minute. What? Like, this seems like ridiculously off.
Well, I haven't really touched. Oh, I definitely haven't touched it. But does it? Okay. Do you think that's all right? I think that's probably all right. Are we on the right channel? Yeah, we are. Okay, good.
Is that at all good?
You mean to see our new thing?
No, but just in general.
I think so.
Okay, good.
It seems a little crooked because the top, see the top is a little bit crooked. But other than that, yes, I think it's great. Hello. Hello. We're so not ready.
This is...
But happy Saturday. What? Saturday.
Actually, I was thinking about it. I'm going away next week. We're going to be 2 Saturdays.
Are we doing 2 in a row?
I think so.
Okay, I love
our
it.
microphone's not plugged in.
Oh shoot, we are like so out of it. Hopefully this doesn't screw anything up. I don't think it will. Hello, hello.
No.
Hello. Can you hear us now?
Hi, Sam.
Can you hear us now?
Guys, I cannot believe...
Do you think your light should be go that way a little bit?
I think I should go home.
I feel like we've never done this before. Okay. There we go. There we go.
Is that better?
Yeah, sure. It's no coffee, ladies and gentlemen. It is a Diet Coke Saturday.
Do you want to hear my dilemma? My dilemma of the last week?
Always, you know, always.
Diet Dr. Pepper is nowhere to be found.
Why?
We haven't been able to get it. I went to several other locations. They don't have it either.
So, okay, so through COVID, I don't know if this is the case now, but they were having issues, like the bottling plants were narrowing their flavors.
Yes.
Do you think that could be happening again for whatever reason?
I don't know, but I'm not loving it.
Let's write a letter of complaint / desperate crying.
But...
let's figure it out. If we can't figure it out, nobody else can.
Coke Zero Cherry.
How's that any different? Have you tried it?
It's amazing.
Okay, good.
When I see my Diet Dr. Pepper, I'm going back to that. But this is a very happy second.
Good.
Yeah.
Good, good, good. Hello, hello. Sound delay? Is that what Patty says? We have a sound delay? Really? I don't know. Let us know if that's the case. We can start over. We really didn't have
We did plug our microphone in later.
Right. Hello from Lithuania.
Our big black microphone.
What?
It's really been terrific to hear. I mean, I don't go back and listen to it, but I have checked the sound, and I feel like it sounds so much better.
Okay, good. No sound.
No, she said no sound is okay.
Oh, sound is okay. Okay. Hello from the Czech Republic. Refresh if you have issues, says Star. Like showing viewers.
Hi, Star.
Hello, Star.
Okay. Tracie just came home from traveling. I haven't seen her or talked to her in a week.
Jodi, it's been like 10 days.
Yeah, way too long.
This is crazy. Literally, It's been a text. I said, how is everybody today in our group chat? And Jodi said, better since you're home.
Totally. It's shitty. How did everybody make out? Your trip was very fun.
Trip was awesome. Jeff and I went, this was a first time trip for us in that we've never booked a beachy holiday for just us that wasn't like business related. Mm-hmm. The last time we were on a trip, just the two of us, we went to Hawaii. It was a corporate thing. Boring meetings, dinners, obligations. I don't consider that a vacation.
No.
But we did. We booked with your encouragement. You were like, we loved our all-inclusive trip. So we booked a secrets resort in Huachuco, Mexico, and literally
hedonism.
Secrets. Right. Secret. What's the secret? What
clothing optional.
Getting into. It was a great week. We unplugged.
That's the thing for me.
we would turn on TV sometimes in the evening, but that was not so good TV.
Mm.
We did watch the Oscars, but it was literally get up in the morning, put on your bathing suit and sunscreen, go have breakfast, come back, and we had this little swim out suite thing, so there was lounges and a pool. I sat in a pool and read about 6 or 7 books.
And how much did you knit?
0. I thought I was going to be the best little knitter. I was going to bring a half-done sweater, and I was going to come home and I'm going to be wearing it today. It was 32 degrees every day.
Ew.
Which, yes, that sounds awful, but our weather is 32 degrees and dry. Their weather is 32 degrees and humid.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like 36. When you looked at the weather thing, it was like it actually feels like 36.
And
I was so sweaty. I couldn't even knit because my hands were moist.
I get it.
It was awful that way. So, but great in that we laid around. We went to the spa and had a massage, and it was awesome. We came home when people were like, what did you do? Almost nothing. It was fabulous.
Yeah. That's for me. You know, you didn't go see historical sightseeing. You
Nope.
didn't do that. But the idea to be able to go there with your partner, unplug, and just
We had
relax.
0 plans.
Yeah.
There was an ocean. Obviously, it's on the beach, so we would sit on the beach and watch. You weren't really supposed to swim, but because the tides or the undercurrent was too much. But
Yeah.
it was just beautiful to sit there and listen to it and smell the salty air, and we loved it. We loved it. We will totally go back.
For me, also, the standout is the people.
The people were phenomenal.
The people who work at the resort,
Yes.
the people who take care of you.
Yes.
They're just the sweetest,
I have
kindest.
never
Yeah.
felt so pampered.
Yes.
And every time, I mean, I can't count the number of times I said thank you in a week to, because people are, what can I bring you to drink and eat and whatever. And it was like, I missed that.
Okay.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
Everything was, I would say thank you so much. It's a pleasure. It's just this, they were
The sweetest.
phenomenal. We did go into town one day, which
Did you?
was great.
What did you
Great.
see?
We weren't there a lot. It was just a really sweet, it was called Crucecita, a sort of a town or city or whatever in Huachuco area. And it was great, but again, so hot. I just really wanted to go back and be in water.
Yeah.
So we loved it, and we just wandered around to see what it was like there, but
Good morning.
it was phenomenal.
Jesus. I
Beautiful
know.
area. And so it's in the Oaxaca region of Mexico.
Which I've never been.
Okay, neither had I.
Beautiful.
And their food is different than the Mexican food because
Really?
it's very like mole based.
Did you like mole?
Yes. It was
Okay.
phenomenal. Lots of fish. Everything about it was
Did
amazing.
you have great tacos?
Great tacos. Great fish tacos.
This is
even
me.
just like steamed, like broiled fish in like a beautiful green salsa. It was phenomenal.
Okay.
I feel like, yeah, and we had an amazing fish dinner, seafood dinner.
Did you have steak?
Jeff did, and it was phenomenal. He loved it.
Hey.
And we're used to great Alberta beef here. So every time you travel, steak can be hit or miss because we're so lucky. But it was great.
Wow.
So now you get to go this week.
I go this coming week. God, you think we could have like organized it where we went at the same time?
I know. I mean, you could literally get rooms next to each other where it's like,
Right.
your patios would be next to each other.
Because we're the same. We just chill.
We did nothing.
Yeah, no, that's
Like-
what we did.
It was awesome.
Happily did nothing.
My husband read 2 books. Like he brought these hardcover books, read them, like whipped through them.
Okay.
My Kindle, I can't tell you how many times I had to charge it. I almost never have to charge my Kindle. It's weeks.
Well, that's when you've had a
It was great. Direct flight.
relaxing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Let me see your tattoos. Is this new that they're... Oh my God, that's so pretty. Have I seen the second one colored? No.
No. You have not.
Your tattoo artist butt dialed me at midnight last night.
No.
Yeah. Well, it was an accident. Butt dials are never on purpose.
I know, but that's
It was
hilarious.
very funny.
Were you sleeping?
Yes.
That's alarming when
It
you
was
get a
pretty
phone call
funny.
at midnight.
But you know what? Sometimes we get alarm phone calls from work. So
Oh,
I was
that's so
really hoping it
funny.
wasn't one of those. Yeah, it was funny. Sorry. Anyway.
So
show
yeah,
me.
I got this filled in about almost 2 weeks ago, and that's close to being healed. And then this one was done. All right. I love them.
Jodi. They're so beautiful.
Similar but different.
And when you said you were coloring them in, I thought to myself, I don't know that I love color. I like your colors.
I love my
are
color
what
palette.
make them so
I went and
amazing.
I went and picked out my own ink.
Not that you're her most high maintenance customer.
Oh, I think they would say I am. But they said, Mom, no one ever gets to do this. I said, I get it, but I'm just lucky enough that I can.
Listen.
I birthed you.
I was just going to say, there are privileges when you are the mother.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. And did you have a good week?
Yeah, I worked. I mean, I don't
Sure.
have anything really exciting to report. The Oscars, did you watch?
Yes. Loved.
I don't know. I never end up seeing the movies.
I haven't seen Everything Everywhere All at Once, but apparently I need to.
Shane and I are going to watch that tonight.
Yeah. So I don't know. I love it. I just love the
red
seeing
carpet.
everybody, and I really love. I love it when sort of not it's an underdog, but maybe it's a movie that people weren't obviously thinking
Like
we're
a
going to win.
big
I love
box.
seeing that. So Everything Everywhere All at Once. I mean, it just
Jamie Lee Curtis
swept so many big categories. That I for sure I have to watch it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love the Oscars. We
It's pretty fun to watch.
Had kind of an early dinner so we could watch that.
Yeah.
Hey, I see Shayla. Hello. Shayla's gonna go get some tattoos.
You should. You should get your logo
totally
on your butt.
Totally.
On your butt cheek. That would be so cute.
Hello.
Their ankle is much better. They get nerve ablation in the back of their calf, where they go in and they burn the nerve that sends the pain to where the spot is in her ankle, and that is a complete life-altering procedure for them.
Right.
Yeah.
So not fixed, but worked around.
It was grim for a really long time until this one guy said, "I wonder if we can do nerve ablation." And let me tell you, it changed her life, their life.
Right.
So it was amazing. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, that's so kind.
So
long time watcher, first time commenter.
That's so funny. Who said that?
I support the butt cheek tat. You
I
should,
think that's
Shayla.
so cute.
I want photos.
Especially because Shayla's got a great behind.
Right.
You guys, okay, I brought this because I had to share it. Did we share this yet?
I don't think so.
Okay, so we're giant fans. Tracie first, and then got me onto it. Bobbi Brown, who used to do her own makeup by the same name, sold it, and now has come back with her new line. It's called Jones Road, and it's for mature. She's got the mature woman in mind.
Does she?
Yes.
Okay.
Not to say it's not for everybody, because it absolutely is, but I think she's really got your back for mature skin.
I know it's a clean makeup brand. So that's actually, I don't know why I wasn't into that more often. It's a crazy, the kind of stuff they put in makeup. So I really appreciate that. But Bobbi Brown's color palette has always been my jam. But I do think they've got some formulas of products that are just so new and fabulous and multi-purpose that I'm a fan forever.
So we talked about those balms before, those color tinted balms.
Yeah.
And it's also because maturing skin powder doesn't sit great on it usually. Right. So she's got a lot of these things as a creamy base. And so this is no different. This is, it's a cheek and lip stain. Yeah. But it's a stick.
I super love that they're multi-purpose things.
And so, you guys, it doesn't dry. It moisturizes. It blends so beautifully. It adds just a touch of color. Yeah. Amazing. And this is also something I discovered that...
this, to me, is one of the things... You know how we love size-inclusive patterns?
Yeah.
The color selection is so inclusive skin tone-wise. Yeah. I love. Yeah. So these face pencils are incredible. They're like concealer...
I use it for under my eyes.
Not foundation, but like spot. Like, I don't love just smearing foundation all over my face. I don't almost ever do that.
Right.
But these are amazing. And you can get, one color for under your eyes and then another color that's like, it covers my zits and then red in here.
But again, you guys, it's creamy. It's not drying. It doesn't crease.
Can you say beauty influencer?
I just have to share these
It's
because
true.
you got me onto this, and I just think it has been a game changer.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
I also love Glossier. It just came to
Yes.
Sephora. And I bought 2 products from them. I was thinking about bringing them, and then I totally forgot. I stepped in dog pee. Plans
day
have
was
changed. But I'll share that too next time for the exact same reason. That it's like moisturizing and awesome. Jodi, you look fabulous, as always.
Thank you.
It's Saturday at noon, and that's crazy that we're doing this. I'm so excited.
Okay, full disclosure, I was in bed till 11:15.
Were you really?
Yeah. But I was awake at 8.
I was up knitting. I wasn't doing it. I was in my pajamas, drinking coffee.
It is my first day of the week that I just lay in.
Yeah.
We didn't even have coffee yesterday. I was a little offended I wasn't invited. I'm just saying.
You know what?
You did get home Thursday night.
I got home at midnight. I should have had coffee on Friday morning. You know what I did, though? Everything that you're supposed to do the day you get home.
You didn't.
I did. I unpacked. I did laundry. I went grocery shopping and bought produce and cleaned bathrooms.
I tease. I knew we weren't having
seriously?
coffee.
Well, I actually thought about it at 9 o'clock. I was like, they don't care I'm in my pajamas. Maybe I should reach out. But honestly, I would have been still having to do all this other stuff.
It's nice to get that done.
I feel like a grown-up. I don't normally do that. I don't normally unpack and clean and do laundry and stuff the day.
Did you buy anything?
I have something to share today. Not really. Like, what do you do when you buy? When we come home from Mexico, we always buy vanilla. It's so delicious. But when we walked around town, I found a artists collective. Like, it's weavers and potters, and it was all in this one area, and I got to talk to this amazing lady. So I'll show you what I bought.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah, it was great.
We did that too, and I ended up bringing a beautiful little piece of watercolor painting back.
Yeah, so like textiles are such a big part of Mexican history and culture. I think I'll do a post on Grocery Girls showing. I took video of the weavers and
I love that.
You know, it was naturally dyeing. Like, there's sheep in the northern part of Mexico, and they were spinning this kind of a chunky weight yarn, and then it was merino, and then they were weaving rugs, but naturally dyed.
There's that connection of using the wool, the fur or wool off animals that goes back to the beginning of history.
And this woman was 5th generation artisan. Yeah, so her family's literally been doing this for hundreds of years. And I have her social media. I'm going to follow her and tag her. And
did she knit or crochet?
She's a weaver and a dyer. Like, she was showing me how they grind their natural dyes.
She probably loved talking to you.
I don't know if she loved talking to this sweaty Canadian that was dying in the heat. But I bought yarn. I found yarn. And I don't know if I'm going to use it for knitting or punch needle or just hanging on my wall. I don't know what I'm going to do with it.
I do love that.
But it's like a bulky merino. It was really cool. So I didn't go there thinking I'm going to bring something home. I also brought home a woven, like a table runner. I always have a table runner on my, so I bought one that's kind of like natural and black, and it.
You didn't buy a sombrero? You thought you might.
Right. I feel like
rock a little later.
Sombrero collection's full. Do you wear a hat when you go? No, because you're always in the shade. Yeah, me too. I've got like a floppy.
I got like a faux straw hat thing with a black. I mean, I don't look.
I said to Jeff, I don't want to look at what's going on here, but this is a necessity of life. But, you know, so at one point I'm in the corner of the pool with my Kindle and my floppy hat.
Is there no umbrella at your?
Yeah, yes, there was an umbrella. Yeah. So I would go back and forth. Sure. But I really loved being in the water. It kept you cool. Yeah. I'm so old.
I know. So good.
Oh my gosh.
Did your pools connect to one another?
It was a giant, like 120-foot long pool running down this building where all the swim out suites were. So it was about 10 feet deep.
Yes.
Across and like 120 feet long. And it had a shelf of tile shelf built into it so you could sit in like a foot of water and just enjoy the sun, but you're kind of.
Did they come over and take your drink order?
Yes.
I cannot wait. I'm so excited.
It was so good.
We're going to a different resort, but that was our experience last time as well.
You know, what can I get you? It was club soda and lime for me, and Jeff had other stuff, and Coke Light was yuck.
Coke Light is Diet Coke?
Yeah. I didn't love it. It tasted different. Yeah. We finally decided it really wasn't my favorite. So I switched to like club soda and lime, and it was so refreshing and delicious.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a pleasure. I'm going to miss that.
Yeah.
So when people say thank you now, I'm going to say it's a pleasure.
I love that so much. I've got so much knitting here, but I can't take credit for everything, you guys.
I wish I had a lot of knitting. I don't, but I do have chatting about knitting, but I really hoped for a completed sweater today.
Did you guys notice I'm wearing a sweater that's not done? You know what?
Why is your sweater not finished?
Tracie, actually, truth be told, I barely knit this week.
Right. Were you working so much?
Yeah, and then some evenings I just sit down and I barely knit.
Flip through social media and watch TV.
I'm ready for my ribbing.
Can I just say, I don't hate this look.
Right.
Like, I'm thinking ribbing everywhere and call it a day.
You guys, it's like
this exact ribbing, whatever this
that's
is,
what I'm gonna do.
Everywhere.
I put it on last night because I thought I'm just gonna wear it. I put it on hold, and Shane said, "I love that. Why not just do the ribbing?"
Totally.
Right?
I mean, even if you do sleeves,
I am doing sleeves, but I'm ready for ribbing.
I think you are.
I think I am.
You hardly have
Actually,
anything left.
Okay, and you know what I discovered, you guys? I'm knitting a size too big. I measured my favorite gray Target sweater, and it's a full size smaller than I knit.
That's awesome.
I was knitting to like a 55, 56 inch finished garment because I thought that's how much ease I loved.
Right.
I'm more like 51, 50. 50, 51 as what I like.
That's what I knit.
Yeah.
Anywhere between like a couple of inches either way there.
I would say I'm like 50 to 53-ish. Like I was knitting them way too big.
Yeah. That is such a
You've
valuable thing to know, right?
How many years have you been saying that? Measure your favorite sweater, whether it's store-bought or knit. Right. And okay, I did that. It works.
What? Spoiler alert.
Excellent tip.
Spoiler alert. That works. No, it's true though. And it wasn't, I mean, somebody shared that with me, but instead of measuring your body and then thinking, well, how many inches of positive ease makes me feel good or negative ease or whatever it is you like the fit of, literally just lay it across your bed and measure the thing that makes you feel good.
It was a game changer.
Yeah.
This 100%. Many years in, it's funny. I know you thought I knew everything about sweater knitting. I don't.
I'm floored.
Right.
No, and bodies change. So, like, you know what? We should do that every once in a while. So now that you're a gauge swatcher and you know you can hit whatever size you want, it is a game changer. You need less yarn to knit your sweaters.
Thank you.
Less time to
Skinny
knit your
bitch
sweaters.
here.
Bethany's got nothing on us. Do you follow Bethany?
I do. I love her.
Oh my God.
I love her.
She's doing all those reviews of makeup, expensive stuff that's worth it and expensive crap that's totally not, and cheap stuff that's amazing.
I love it.
I love the unfiltered, down to earth for anybody, really. I love her.
She's a doll. I mean, I think she can be polarizing to some people. I love her as a character on Housewives. I think she's fabulous. She tells it like it is.
She used to have a talk show. I used to watch her talk show.
She did have a talk show.
Yeah, it was good.
She also had her own reality show with her ex-husband.
Oh, I would have watched that too.
It was good.
I would have watched that.
I love everything Bethany, actually. Yeah, I love her.
Well, love it. Anyway, sorry to interrupt.
No, now we're back.
Okay, so this is...
Easy. This is... what is it again? Sunday morning... something.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Easy Like Sunday Morning. I wasn't sure where you were going. The pattern is Easy Like Sunday Morning by Melissa of Sonder Yarn, and it's totally free pattern. You can get that on Ravelry.
Yeah.
This might be a Melissa episode at the moment. I'm knitting one of her other patterns.
I knit mine in her Sonder Sunday Morning DK base, the Ecru one, which is much, much lighter, and then Glass is the halo base, and then this.
What?
This is that mega bling, and it's kind of like a white, but it really just falls away. I actually thought it was light gray, but this is the Mega Bling, you guys. And look at the difference between Tracie and mine. Hers are the little sparkles that are larger and farther apart.
Yeah.
And mine are smaller and closer together. So you're getting a bit of a more
It's
subtle.
a totally different look. And it's totally different strand of knitting, right? Like Jodi's got tiny little sequins on sort of a, like it's a cotton or a poly or like rayon or whatever it happens to be threaded on.
Yeah.
This is bigger sequins on,
Like tinsel almost.
it is a very tinsely look, but when I hold it with mohair, like you don't feel, it doesn't feel scratchy.
No.
It's definitely sparkly. Like it's got big, they're both super sparkly in a different way. And you get more sequins closer together with yours. These are a little bit further apart.
We did not plan on wearing our sweaters together.
There is a price difference too. I think this one is less, costs less.
Yes, this is more because there's double the amount of
So
sequins.
it's totally different yarn. They both give you a sparkle. There's tons of colors in both of them.
Oh, you're right. It's not easy like Sunday morning sweater.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Oh, you're right. It's not the calliope.
It's not the calliope.
It looks similar.
You didn't fold your collar. You
No.
may have modified it a little bit, but you're using the easy like Sunday morning.
I can
It
see.
looks like calliope.
Yes.
The way you've done it.
Because normally the only thing I just didn't do is this was supposed to be double, so it was a double thick.
And maybe you didn't do it as wide of a neck. Like if you look at Easy Like Sunday Morning, it's got a wider folded neckband, I think, right?
The only thing I didn't do, I only did half the amount of knitting,
Okay.
they say. But
Okay.
otherwise, this would have been double.
Right.
Yeah.
You definitely weren't knitting
I followed the
calliope.
pattern,
Mostly. You stopped your raglan a little. It's not quite as deep of a raglan, is it?
I
Or
don't want to
maybe?
go into that because
Okay.
it's so no, I mean,
It fits to me, Jodi. It is
so
a
here's
little
okay.
bit less deep with the raglan. That's all.
Yes.
That's all.
So and to be honest, I don't know if I truly remember. I know this sweater is normally a very deep raglan. Almost Swancho-ish.
Yeah, I love it. It's beautiful.
And I think it's stunning. But for this sweater, I really wanted this sweater, but I wanted a much more shallow
fit. Yeah.
So you were supposed to, oh, you guys, I can't even remember. Do you remember?
I don't know really. I mean, it's not that different, so it's not.
Oh, I did my increases every second round. I can't begin to think.
That's okay.
Okay, anyway.
It's okay.
I-
Follow the pattern. It's amazing as it
Yeah.
is. And if you want a pattern that is not as deep of a raglan, Melissa's got, the classic. She's got many beautiful patterns that you can choose from.
This is just what got me, right?
Yeah.
So I love it.
Yeah.
And when it's blocked, I imagine it's going to sit a little, it's not blocked
Right,
at all.
right.
I think it's going to sit a little.
Whatever. Yeah, it's like amazing.
Right?
It's totally amazing.
I love it.
And the yarn is phenomenal. Somebody said, do the sequins cut your hands?
Never.
They're not razors. Like that's a good question, but I'll be honest, it's not as much fun. I would not enjoy knitting with this one if it wasn't held with mohair to soften the whole experience. But this is, like I've always said, I would look at this yarn and think, there's no bloody way I want to work with it or wear it or whatever. But you hold it with mohair and a sock yarn. That's what I did here. Mondim sock yarn, mohair, and one strand of the gold with rainbow sequins. It's one of the happiest things I've ever knit.
Well, and when I knit my black on black, you guys remember, it was the same stuff, but it was a black
right
cording
so
with a
no,
black sparkle.
I did not find it scratchy.
No.
I mean, it's no cashmere, but it worked, I didn't find it awkward. I feel like if you're worried about it, you get one ball and you do a
Swatch.
little swatch or you make a hat and you see what you think. That was the best thing. Amanda, so this is all, we got this through the Crafty Jackalope, all of the sequin yarn, and she's got kits for lots of like small projects or big projects, but you could get a hat kit in the sequin that you were interested in checking out. So that's what happened. You know, a few years ago, I knit a hat.
And if also a good tip, it wasn't mine originally, but if you're worried about the sequins on your forehead, knit the ribbing for the hat without, and then the rest, and you guys, it looks really cute.
Yeah. Amanda's just said, she said, hats are the great gateway to sparkle knitting. And let me tell you, Jodi was like, you knit a sparkle hat. I was like, I know.
You guys.
I know
we're oldies, but there were some young friends of the podcast that we have seen out in the wild that have said, I also didn't think I'd love sparkle, but I'm now knitting everything in sparkle.
Yeah. And I can't tell you how many times when we were at Woolen Folk, people came up to me and said about this sweater, it's off the charts amazing in person. I didn't think I would like it. And they were like, I'm going to go buy some sparkles and knit something like that. And I don't feel it scratchy.
No,
to
it's
wear.
mohair with it. I mean, it's so soft.
Yeah.
I don't know what it would feel like without the mohair, because that's adding a really yummy layer of softness. But it's beautiful.
But I even think something like holding this with drops air or the Snuff Nug version, like that kind of a fluffy, soft yarn.
Stunning. Stunning.
Similar to Amanda, so Amanda Kafka's Deb Carty, where she holds sparkle with the Estelle version of that kind of yarn. I think that's really cool.
Tiffany's dipping her toes in. You're going to want to jump right in.
Tiffany,
be ready.
I want to hear all about it because I think you're going to love it. Jodi, your sweater is gorgeous.
Thank you.
It's exciting to finish something. It feels like a long time since I've finished something.
Well, it's because I haven't.
That's not true. Last podcast I had a new sweater, but
oh yeah, but before that, forever.
And then the month before that, I finished Jeff's sweater. But it feels like a long time.
It feels like a long time for me, actually.
Yeah. So it's nice to just get it done because sometimes there's
maybe you should reword that. You should say it feels like a long time that you finished something.
Right. I just feel like it's fun to finish something. So because I get into the like, well, now I'm just sick of it. I don't care if I ever finish it. I'm just tired of it. Do you ever get there?
I actually thought I was there with this just because it feels like I've dragged this on for so long.
Good on you.
But then when I put it on, I thought, oh shit, I'm ready for my ribbing because my ribbing's going to be 2 3/4 inches.
I actually think something would be really cool with this, the length you've got and the body shape that it is, would be a really square, not a full sleeve.
Oh, like maybe here.
Yeah.
No decreases.
Yeah. With the deep ribbing like that.
Aren't you a smarty pants?
I know. I just think it would just look really good.
I love that for me.
I love the last sleeves for me.
I love it. You guys, you know what I forgot to do, and I meant to do it last night, and I got sidetracked for some reason? Print some new patterns. Shoot. Oh well. We've got a lot going on here on this table.
So that's your whip. I love it. I have a whip too.
Okay, good.
I'll whip it out.
Okay,
so
good.
I literally, the first thing I packed to go away was my knitting. Of course, duh. That's what we all do, isn't it? And I chose, and I put it in a bag that I could squish up really small. So this was actually the linen bag that came with the
Okay, that's such a beautiful bag.
launch box of Sunday Morning DK. I actually have not knit the yarn
I remember
yet.
that episode where we were teasing so hard about the names.
Right,
This
dirty
yarn,
sheets.
This yarn has been a game changer
Oh
for
my
us.
goodness. Oh my goodness.
For us.
You know, I feel like if you love wool and you love to knit,
Yeah.
I mean, it's good for anything, but it's really made some stunning sweaters.
Yeah.
I love it. So what I'm working on, it is something, I don't know, when did I cast this on? Last summer.
Oh gosh, it's that old?
It's been a while. This is the classic, which is also you can find it under Espace Tricot on Ravelry, free pattern. Melissa designed this when they were Espace Tricot, and it's gorgeous. She's designed it in a fingering weight mohair. It's raglan, and the gauge is 21 stitches and 28 rounds. So it's a really nice fabric.
Beautiful. Okay, just looking at the schematic on this one,
Yeah.
the raglan is way less deep.
It is.
Is it? Am I saying that
No,
before I even?
no, it is a less deep. Let me see the. Yes, it is. It's
Okay.
less deep.
Yeah.
So it's just it's a different fit from like the turtle dove and the easy like Sunday morning. The classic is phenomenal. It's like so if you're not into fingering and mohair, I find it's kind of like a DK sport to DK weight gauge, and I had no trouble getting gauge with the Hedgehog Fibres Tweedy.
Oh, that's this one.
That's this one.
Oh yeah.
So
I
see the
love
little
it.
can you see the little halo? It also is phenomenal. It's a DK weight yarn that we just totally fell in love with the minute we saw it. They spin bits of yarn into each batch.
Recycled bits.
Yeah, recycled bits of wool or whatever, right? So every batch is a little bit different as far as colors, tweedy colors. So if you're knitting a sweater, make sure you get the same batch because they really definitely differ. Now, of course, they're coming out where they've dyed the tweedy.
We've showed you guys
Pinks,
recently.
purples, yellows, blues, and of course the noir, which is the black with the tweed.
I actually just pulled mine out. You gifted me that.
Yeah.
I really want that to be something.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of vest. Something similar to this.
Like one of those petite knit.
Where you could put a t-shirt under, layering t-shirt and stuff
idea.
underneath it. Yeah.
Such a good idea. So this I was loving knitting this thing on the plane, and I was gonna for sure be done by the time.
Okay.
But here it is.
So like even in the evening, you weren't like picking up your needles, or you're too tired? The air conditioning wasn't great.
Yeah, I guess I could have. We didn't have anyway. Yeah, it just didn't happen, and then I was kind of off the knitting, right?
Yeah.
Like, but here it is.
Did it feel
love
weird not
it.
to knit for the week?
For the first couple of days, and even Jeff said, he goes, "It's really weird to not see you doing your knitting."
Totally.
And I said to him, "It's weird to not be doing it, right?"
Yeah, yeah.
It was humid and hot.
Yeah.
Newsflash, I am not that person.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed the trip, but there's no way I could live somewhere like that.
You would acclimate.
We're
We're
got
just coming
heat
on.
rash the last 2 days.
I know. I'm Tracie. I turned into a bump.
My body doesn't love that.
You would
And that's
acclimate.
my whole life.
You've just come out of
I guess.
really cold winter, but for that week, it's hard to adjust to feel comfortable.
I guess. But I've been getting heat rash since I was a kid.
Yeah, me too. It's
So
awful.
I feel like my body.
And not only heat rash, mine, I blister.
Well, I looked up heat rash. Like, what is it? Why do we get it? Because I was.
It's an
kinda over
allergy
it. It's.
to the sun,
It
right?
is blistery. Like these little bumps are sweat that
Yeah.
couldn't release or something like that. I don't know. Good morning, Cecilia. Look at all those hearts. That's so nice. So here is, now this doesn't really look like the picture on the classic because I decided I wanted some kind of texture with this tweedy yarn. So the Paloma, which is another pattern, free pattern by Melissa. Can you tell we love her patterns? It has a really pretty twisted rib all the way down the sleeve. It's one of my most worn sweaters is the Paloma. And it was, again, fingering and mohair. And I love it so much, I thought I'm going to just make a panel of that same ribbing right from the top of your neckband.
I love that.
So that's the only difference. It's nothing, there's no difference to the pattern. I just added, I think, 19 stitches.
Okay, and that's really fun, you guys, just to know if you see a pattern and you go, oh, that might be a little more simpler than I was after.
Right.
This is not difficult.
I kept thinking, I want cables or...
Yeah.
I didn't know what I wanted, but I just didn't want plain stockinette.
Right.
So that was kind of an easy little thing. I haven't wet blocked it yet, but it'll show nicer earlier. So it's a plain, I don't want to say plain raglan because I love that. I feel like that diminishes how much I love that style of pattern. It's a classic.
Didn't our raglan long just finish?
Easy to wear. Welcome to the group, Jodi. It goes till the end of April.
Oh, I thought end of March. Okay, good.
End of March is our accessory along. That's probably what you were thinking.
Got it. I knew I mixed it up.
We're literally only halfway through our raglan along.
You guys actually can still join and knit a sweater.
There's well over 200 finished objects and lots of people knitting along. which is so exciting. So yay. So I'm trying to finish this for that, I guess. I just trying to finish it. Let's just say that. Because I know I'm going to wear it so much. It's a really nice fabric.
I feel like, yeah. Okay, I wore my Tweety this week. It's one of those ones that I'll reach to.
I feel like this weight of yarn is very transitional. It's not super heavy. It's not super light. I think we're going to be able to wear it lots of the year, right? Like in between seasons and stuff like that.
That DK weight, you guys.
Hedgehog fibers, bloody brilliant.
Incredible.
So
Maddie had a birthday.
Maddie had a birthday. Actually, a lot of people in our family had birthdays.
Actually, that's true. It was like, oh, you know what I did
Tell me about that. I texted her.
I felt like the biggest bad sister. I texted Jamie and Jane on the 12th thinking, oh, it's the morning. I'm going to text them. I knew it was Jackson's birthday on the 12th.
Right.
I don't know what came over me, but I texted
You're not
them.
a bad sister.
Oh, anyway.
And you know, adult birthdays, they're not the same. Like, it is what it is. Although our brother turned 50. Yeah.
Did they do anything?
I popped over there because literally our nephew had a birthday the day before we left. Jackson had a birthday. Maddie had a birthday. It was crazy that week. What did Madison do? Did you guys do anything
We met
fun
for lunch
on the day of her birthday?
Tasty tomato. Amazing.
Oh my gosh! Now I'm gonna create. I'm so ready for
And guess
good Italian.
What? They wanted for dinner. They get like
Tasty
choice.
Tomato?
No, Denny's. We went
No
to Denny's
way!
for dinner. Love it.
I love a good birthday brunch feast.
We went, so lunch and dinner done.
Ah,
Jordan's taking her. Maddie had a few friends over on the weekend, very few, and then she's going to Krista's with Jordan tonight. They're going to do a little birthday thing.
nice.
Yeah.
I don't. Birthdays are exactly what do you
17.
want? Spaghetti for breakfast?
Exactly.
Whatever.
Cake.
Whatever it is. I
That's
love
what we've
that.
done.
That's just like the one person celebration. It's not like
No, it's
other
whatever you
holidays.
want.
Yeah, it
It's your
can
day.
be whatever you want it to be.
Actually, hang on. I feel like we should get something on their birthday.
Right.
We did the hard
We
work.
grew a human and then popped it out of a very small opening.
And then parented.
And that was the easy part.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I think it should be our day. Every day that we have a birthday that we're celebrating for our children.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, things are going to change.
This is
starting
from now on.
today.
Totally. But yeah, that was
Good.
what we did this week. That was
We went out for a family sushi dinner. Jackson wanted this. There's an
Okay.
amazing Japanese restaurant over on the south side that we go to every year. And it was really fun. Really fun.
Did you know he would pick sushi? Is that
I
an
knew he would
always
pick
this-
that restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've gone the last 3 birthdays we were able to. Like we went literally
Okay.
right before COVID.
Oh yeah.
And then I think last year was our first year to go back. But
Mm-hmm.
they have these rooms for larger parties, like at least I think 6 to 10 people. But it's like the floor and the top of the table are level, so you're sitting down.
Like
was
the
super
floor is
cool.
a bench.
No, because your feet like hang over. It looks like you're sitting on the floor, but it's open underneath the table. It was fun. We'd never sat in one of those before, so we
Okay,
did
I
that
haven't
this time.
either.
It was
That's
really
really
fun.
fun.
And the food's phenomenal.
Okay.
Crazy,
I
amazing.
really want to like sushi.
It's not
more
raw.
than I do.
And it was like grilled, it was Japanese, lots of different types of Japanese, and not all of it.
Okay, I got
Very few of it's raw.
Well, I must go to an actual restaurant
Like
then.
Georgia gets this chicken karaage, which is like a Japanese chicken finger, and it comes with like a citrus ginger dipping sauce. It's phenomenal, but you wouldn't think. I mean, everybody would love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was really good.
Sounds really good.
Yeah, it's a family restaurant that's
Love it.
very busy, so I love that.
Okay.
Are you knitting anything? What else are you knitting?
Oh. So I got on the needles a cowl,
Jeez, Jodi.
and I thought it was going to be the cowl parent to this, and it's not turning out that way.
Tell me.
It's DK held double,
So bulky.
bulky,
I love that it's DKL double though.
And I'm holding, I'm doing slip stitches again. It's mosaic knitting. And for this particular one, I'm changing it. Frankie Grey Fibres did a bunch of mini sets.
That is so fun.
And so this is one of the mini sets. I'll talk about it a little bit later, but it's this mini set. It's called In Bloom.
Jodi.
And so I'll have a bunch of different options.
Is this citron?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing?
Yes, it's
and
amazing.
This is our new Kate's Green, and then Hibiscus, Sky High, and Siren is that mini set.
Phenomenal.
So this has been really fun. This is what I've knit this week. It's especially with the color changing. It's like, how quick can I knit this to get to the next color?
Right.
Right? It's not going to be a really deep cowl, but again, when the pattern comes out, you can keep knitting to whatever.
Right. And so is that the end of it? Is it 5 minis? 1, 2, 3?
Yes.
And then you'll do ribbing. I think it's
again.
a perfect depth.
For me, that's what I like. So it's cozy. It's kind of bunched a little, but not too much.
Right.
Right?
No, it's a good depth. I mean, how long is my neck?
We're not talking about how many chins I've got.
Listen. Right. That's going to cover my chins and keep me warm.
Actually, you guys,
I love that.
I was seeing this girl and her journey into like chin liposuction. Ooh. They just do a teeny weeny, like a centimeter incision here.
You know, fat can come back. Lipo is not permanent.
I know.
FYI.
She looked real good though.
And painful.
Yeah, she said it painful.
Super
and she had to wear a
painful.
chin bra for 4 weeks.
I mean, I might just wear one of those anyway.
Can I get one
4
this
weeks?
color? Yeah. Because of this, you have to get, it's because the skin's reattaching.
As much as I think, oh, I should get something done, I just think,
right.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might just, not.
Right.
But it looks amazing. I think people should do what makes them happy. That's what I think you should do.
Yeah. So this is really fun to
Jodi,
knit,
it's
you guys.
beautiful.
And so I'll reach out to my amazing testers and see if I can get a few to, because it'll be fun to get it in dark.
Yeah.
It'd be fun just for 2 colors.
Yeah.
Right? Not everyone loves, all these colors. But I just had to knit this new color.
I think it would be fun to do a gradient set of minis where it's like all blues or like purples to blues or something like that.
Or a really fun speckled. Or
super. I was just thinking that.
You guys will talk about this, but this I'm winding up and getting on the needles. This is Spin Cycle's new bulky.
I think this would be great with Sky High. Or the mouse gray or whatever, like taupe.
Because you guys, it would change automatically and it would just gradiate down.
It'll be interesting to know the yardage that you use for the whole thing. If a skein would be in, probably 2 skeins, hey? This is 100 yards.
I'm hoping that's enough.
You think?
Yeah.
Cool. That would be amazing.
I'll show this more and talk about it more.
You know how much we love color changing yarn.
So, but this has been really fun. So, you know what? Hopefully I could get this out to test knitter, to knitters before I go. Because then I can release it when I get back.
Jodi, phenomenal. I do have one finished object.
Do you?
I do. I do. So the yarn, let me just grab. Okay, how cute is this little Sandy by the Lakeside and her bunny bags?
Is it new?
This is a new one. It's like 2 little linen-y type fabrics, like a gingham.
Okay, I love the polka
How
dots.
cute!
Yes.
And also, I just love something that squishes up in your bag, right? Like it's super quick and easy.
You know nothing's going to fall out of it.
No!
Nothing's getting caught in a zipper.
And her fabric choices are always amazing. And she does leather ones, which are like such a good gift. I feel like people should put that on their birthday list.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Anyway, here we go. The yarn in here is Frankie Grey Fibres. This is, I always say that. This is one of my favorite colors. It is, though. Mm-hmm. This is light aqua. Is that what it's called? Light or not soft aqua? Soft aqua.
Soft aqua.
Sorry. Yeah. So it's that beautiful, minty, gorgeous love color. And you gave me a sock tube. This is Freckled Whimsy, right?
Oh, God, I adore her.
Do you remember what color this is?
No.
Okay. So, Jodi, and...
But she probably has skeins in her shop because her shop is loaded.
Probably, right?
Is that not amazing?
So, literally, one of the stripes seems very close to soft aqua. So, that seemed like a no-brainer to me. The tubes Jodi cranked them on her sock machine. And they're DK, 48 stitches. When I finished them, the toes and the heels, I used a 3mm needle.
It's funny. I use a 3.5.
Well, and maybe we get the same gauge, but we need different size needles.
Isn't
Who
that
knows?
interesting?
And because I can't stop with daisies, there's a little daisy on the ankle.
I'm obsessed with that.
Okay, it's so cute, right? Like,
Yeah.
I just did it last night thinking, I can't resist. Part of the reason, this is Lemony Limey from Frankie Grey Fibres. It is such a good neon.
Think tennis ball.
Yes.
Don't you think?
Jodi, I have a picture to show you.
Okay.
I was working on a new sock pattern while we were away, and then ripped it out and re-knitted and ripped it out. I was even ripping it out on the plane. Jeff's like, what are you doing? I was like, designing.
Okay. I'll oftentimes I start like that, but then I think I should have just kept swatching.
Yeah, I actually just considered it my swatch after a while.
Yeah.
Because I was working out a little color work chart and how I wanted stripes and things like that. But I took a picture before I ripped the whole thing out. But
Ooh, I
stay
can't
tuned
wait.
because I loved the color combo and everything.
Good.
But yeah, so this is just a plain DK weight sock, 48 stitches, a folded cuff. You can do all of this on your needles. You don't need a sock machine. But boy, is it fun. But highly recommend. We have the Erlbacher Gerhardt sock machine.
Yeah.
So super cute, right? I don't know how to embroider. That's it. That's all I know how to do. One flower.
I think if you looked at a picture, you could do a lot more. You're very creative that way. But you know what I also love? Your ability just to pluck a color out of the air and put it on there, and it just
so good, right?
It
This is a good one.
works.
Yeah, I think this one worked really well.
It's so good.
So it's fun to finish a pair of socks, and it's so easy with the tubes.
Oh,
right. So thanks for the tube, Jodi.
I have so many more. I should give you so many
It
more.
made the cutest socks. Well, now I can crank my own because you bought me a cylinder for 48. But I don't have a lot of DK self-striping yarn. Actually, almost none.
Much. I'm going to give you some. Okay, but you know what?
I should just start buying some.
I put these
That's
on.
unbelievable.
I've showed you these before, you guys, and this I did on my sock machine. It's fingering self-striping yarn held with mohair. It's a natural mohair. Okay, so if you got, we know, whoever has knit a DK sock knows how incredibly amazing and cushy and squishy and warm they are.
Right.
You must try this.
Listen, if you're someone with cold feet or if you live somewhere cold in the winter, you have to have a pair of socks like this.
Actually, I'm going to do you a new pair. I put like puffy paint on the bottom of Tracie's. I was thinking this is going to be...
I don't even really notice that. Like, I love them the way they are.
Yeah. I thought this was going to be way too slippery.
I threw them away. I wear them all the time.
It's not as slippery at all. Like, you don't need to put
not.
puffy paint on them and ruin them.
I mean, it depends. Some people may have slippery tile, whatever, at home. But I did not find them slippery.
I have hardwood throughout, as you do.
I actually trip all the
I've
time.
never
with puffy
wiped
paint.
out. It's like you stop short and go over your bike.
Puffy paint.
Jodi in the puffy paint. Okay.
Anyway, such good advice. Puffy paint or don't. I mean, it's a good thing that it's out
too
there.
Puff or not too puff?
It actually, if you're doing it for kids, 1,000% you have to do some kind of grippy something on the bottom.
They may fall flat on their face, but
their feet will be warm.
And then for the heels and toes, I did that, hung hem on the machine. And then for the heels and toes, I did DK. So it's like a mix of fibers, right?
Love, love, love.
You guys.
Somebody said, what kind of a heel is this? This is an afterthought
It's
heel.
none your business. Uh-oh.
It's that heel. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, 10 days. We haven't been together for 10 days. Do you have any tubes?
I don't have a tube today.
So it's a cut-in afterthought heel. The tube was literally just a plain tube.
Show the front side without the sock.
Just like that. So you pick up stitches. It's actually really easy on a self-striping sock because you're picking up a row of stitches with, I do magic loop, and then you skip a row and then you pick up the row below that and you snip a stitch right in the middle and unwind the stitches all the way, leave 2 on each end, and then join your yarn and knit an afterthought heel. And for me, that means 5 or 6 plain rounds.
Me too.
And then start decreasing just like a toe on a sock. It's basically that. It just gives you more depth for fit.
You need, not everybody, so you might have to like play with your heel recipe. You may not need 5 or 6 straight rounds of knitting before decreases, but that's what I like.
There's lots of ways to adjust this. You could do your decreases every 3rd round and not do any plain rounds, right? But as far as depth goes, for me, this fits great. And then the heel or the toe, I don't do any plain rounds. I just start decreasing right away. So it's a fast knit with DK.
Yes. If you, on YouTube, in the search engine, Afterthought cut in heel or cut in afterthought heel, an amazing video by Kirby Werby Designs comes up. You're going to be able to watch it, pause it, follow along. It's super easy.
And it sounds really scary. Oh my gosh, what do you mean cut my knitting? I promise you, once you just pick up your stitches, they're on your needles. Yeah. It is so easy and so fun, and it gives a great result. It's literally fail-proof.
I love doing surgery on knitting.
Me too.
And you guys, what's the word? Like, what if it all goes wrong and it's a big flop? It's only a knit sock, right? Like, I feel like but it's not going to be, because it's a very easy technique.
It's true. It's true. I feel like when we make mistakes,
you only have learned from it.
You're a better knitter by the end of it, or a better maker, or whatever it is you're working on, which is awesome. And everybody has a fail at some point. But honestly, this technique,
I've never.
This technique sounds scary, but it is really, really easy, and you will love it. Like love.
It was really fun because a retreat that we were hosted by the Hippie String Girls.
Yes.
In a lodge outside of Jasper. Yeah. It was such a fun. I know I put.
It's a toucan podcast.
It was such an amazing retreat, but at that retreat we did a little cut-in afterthought heel demonstration, and Tracie put together this amazing little package. Yeah, it was like you did.
It was just a little, okay.
But they had to come with either a sock or like a certain amount just knit in the round so we could actually cut in the heel. It was like light bulbs going off all around the room because they're like, I had no idea it was this easy.
And it's fun to do something like that as a group where you're all like moral support for each other. You can do it.
Totally.
And it's funny because all knitters, they do different techniques and things at different times. So I was really surprised that many of those people had never tried it before, or I've tried afterthought heels that didn't fit well. So you try it once and you think, well, that's not the heels for me. It's not going to work. But when you add some plain rounds to give yourself depth for a better fit, I feel like, that's a game changer. Those little tips
totally
can help.
If you're familiar with your sock knitting and you know that, your feet are a little flatter, you don't have as high of an arch, that's where you're adjusting for, because I have a really high arch. So this space here from the bottom of my foot to the, is longer. Right. So I need those extra rounds.
More fabric.
I remember when I had put my DK sock out for testing and I had put in there, you're going to knit anywhere between 3 to 5 depending on your arch. And some people said, I only needed 1.
Right.
Right? So you just have to kind of know.
There's also I haven't used the pattern and I don't know exactly what it's called, but Mina Phillip, the awesome designer, Mina Phillip, she does a sock afterthoughts, or maybe it's a short row heel, but I think it's afterthought with a short rows built into it, which is again more fabric for better fit for people with a high arch. right?
It's funny because I've never knit anything. I've knit a heel flapping gusset. That's how I started. And then when I discovered this, it's so fast.
Right.
That's the only one I ever do.
Right.
Although a heel flapping gusset fits pretty incredible.
I actually just love the technique too. I love building the heel flap and turning the heel and then picking up your stitches. Some people are like, ugh, the worst. You know, and they go straight to short row heels. They love a short row heel.
So then they're a product. Maybe they're a product knitter. Maybe they want the
Right.
socks and really don't want the extra time it takes.
Right.
But I loved picking up, picking up
Yeah.
the stitches after the heel. Yeah.
And I do think if you have issues with an arch, that I do think you should go straight to a heel flap and gusset. As much as we love knitting an afterthought heel, it does not work for everybody. There's no such thing. I don't think, right? Like, I think there's ways you could modify it to make it work. But if you really struggle with high arches, I think a heel flap and gusset is so easy to modify for your arch, right? You could just knit a longer heel flap, which means you have more stitches to pick up in the gusset, which means you have more fabric to accommodate your arch as you're decreasing the gusset. It's really a good thing for high arches. But that doesn't mean you can't make an afterthought heel work. You absolutely can.
I
It's some
totally
trial
agree.
and error.
Someone just recommended, they said, if you like the collar on this Easy Like Sunday Morning sweater, somebody said, and I'm sorry I didn't catch your name, the Bistro sweater.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm going to put it in my favorites so I can look later. But actually, I'm just going to show you guys a picture.
It's a beautiful silhouette.
It's by Laura Aylor.
Oh, okay.
It's
That's very
very
pretty.
pretty.
Gosh, I love the color that she knitted in.
That's very pretty. Yes, I would agree. I would agree it's very similar.
Yeah.
Okay, and this would be really good if you didn't want the deep raglan, you guys. This does not have a deep raglan. So
Yeah.
you would think after all
And
this...
that's just a different fit,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I have both fits in my closet. I love it.
Yeah.
Love them both. Now what?
Show me your swatches.
Okay, so here was my plan for travel knitting. I'm going to start a summer knit. Warm weather. I knit some t-shirts last year.
I love that
It's
for
one of my
you.
favorite things to knit and wear because I want to wear them in the summer.
Yeah.
So I chose the Sweet Tart by Jose Paquin, an amazing Canadian designer. It's the cutest little V-neck t-shirt. And it's sport weight. And so I shared before the Farmer's Daughter Fibres. This is their Reminisce, which is 100% Rambouillet. What?
Ooh,
It's
beautiful.
so nice.
You guys.
It's a 2-ply, springy,
This
stunning
color. This
yarn.
color
That's
is
called
amazing.
Ranch Romance. And then it's got, Jose's used a skein of spin cycle for the stripes. And it's just, you just go and the color changes. This is the Farmer's Daughter Fibres version of that. It's called Slow Burn.
Beautiful.
And it's, I
This
thought
is-
it would be a fun contrast.
This is actually very, very dark to light. You're going to get beautiful color changes.
I think so too. There's so many colors in here. There's pinks and tangerines and navies. And I just think it's going to look really pretty on that blue background.
Super beautiful.
Yeah. So I swatched. And this is what the swatch looks like. You can
What
see.
needle?
I got 2 needles on here. What did I use? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3.5 and 4 millimeter needles. And my gauge was almost identical for both of them. There's like half a stitch difference. I'm way off this pattern gauge.
Like how way off?
Like, I think I was getting 18.5 to 19 stitches, and this is 21 stitches.
So what do you do now? Tell us.
So what that means is, I always think of gauge as like a box. So Jose says you need 21 stitches in the box to match her gauge. I'm only getting 18 or 19, which means my stitches are bigger. So
You have to go down to what?
yes,
To what?
To make my stitches the same size for the gauge, I would have to go down to probably
A 3
yeah.
millimeter?
Yeah, but here's the thing. I really like the fabric that this created.
I do too. You don't want something too, you have to think about when you're going to wear this. You don't want something really dense.
Right. So here's the thing. The yarn used in this is beautiful. It's DK weight. So I thought, okay, sport weight, DK, that's very similar. I think you should be able to get gauge using those yarns. This is in the Illimani Sabri 2 yarn. And I think it's like a alpaca cotton blend or something like that.
Right.
So maybe the fiber difference alone is enough to make my gauge different.
So are you now going to do the math?
I don't know what to do. I really, really want to knit this pattern. I think it's so cute. It is just raglan. So
What if you get a different one of this, or really want the combination?
I'm not buying more yarn.
Okay.
I really want to use this yarn.
Okay.
And I also think like my gauge is it's only half a stitch difference. So I'm going to go with the 4 millimeter. I don't want to,
no.
right? Like 3.5, 4 millimeter. It's a very similar gauge. And it's funny, we think going up a needle size, it should be significantly different. And it's really only half a stitch difference for me. So anyway, it is a raglan construction. I'm going to do my math. I think I am. This is what I've decided. I'm going to figure out how many stitches I would need around when you split for the sleeves to make it fit my body the way I like. And how many stitches I would need for a sleeve. Basically, I'm probably just going to knit a smaller size on a bigger needle. But just figure out a little bit of math. Because I really do want to knit this. I think it's so cute. And stripes, I just love a good stripe.
I think it's adorable.
Yeah.
I want to
The
pull
yarn
up a
is
sweater.
phenomenal. Like, I love this yarn, you guys. It is springy. And you can see it's a little bit tonal. Like, I'm definitely going to have to alternate skeins, I think, to make everything, not see a difference in things. And this yarn, this is the Reminisce. No, this is Reminisce. So I think this is the one on the lighter base. They've got Reminisce and Recollect, and they're both the same 100% Rambouillet, but one's a dark gray base and one's a lighter base. So when you dye the colors on them, they look different.
Yeah.
So when you're buying the yarn, you can get them both in sport and worsted weight. It's amazing. You will love it. If you love like merino, I just love it. So that's what I think I'm going to do. But I was so far off gauge, and then I'm packing and trying to leave. I thought,
no,
I just can't deal with it at the moment. So I did swatch, and I do love the yarn, and I think it's going to be a great project.
I can't wait to start seeing. Actually, that's why I want to get this on the needles, because just seeing them, just like self-striping, the magic of the color changing, especially this when it's more unknown. Like, usually what the color sequence is with the self-striping.
Right.
But each skein is so individual.
I do think this would have been amazing with like a natural as well. Like Jose chose a creamy color for her base. But I couldn't resist this blue.
I'm actually surprised at your color choice. I said that before.
The blue?
Yeah. Stunning.
Yeah, I think so too, Jode.
It's stunning.
The whole line had amazing colors. So anyway, I turned out to be dream knitting. I thought I would have some of it knit, but apparently.
That's so funny. Okay, speaking of dream knitting, Tori Yu.
Yes.
Who is Tori
Knits NYC.
Yeah. She came out with a brand new pattern, you guys. I have to knit this.
It's adorable.
It's called Downtown Hoodie, and that's exactly what it is. It's a relaxed, striped,
it's so cute,
adorable item. I think this is something that you would reach for all
the
time.
actually looked in her
it's DK.
Her test knit versions, and some people did no stripes, some people did multicolored stripes.
Okay, I'm going to show you a couple. There's that.
And
just one person did just 5 stripes.
So cute, right?
So people have had a lot of fun. It's a raglan sweater, you guys.
It's a raglan hoodie.
That you've added
I'm such a fan of Tori's style.
This might be my next sweater.
I was looking at, you guys, her Brooklyn raglan. It's got a textured sleeve and a stockinette body.
Yeah.
That's definitely something I'm going to knit.
Look at this. They've used a really amazing speckle for the I-cord drawstring and for her stripes.
That's such a cute idea.
Right?
Yes.
Anyway, the test knitters really knocked it out of the park. Everyone is so beautiful. So that is a test knit. But
so that's the downtown hoodie.
Yeah.
She's got testing right now the uptown tee.
Don't you think that's adorable?
Simple, beautiful, like yarn over knit two together lace, cat sleeves, and then stockinette. Again, raglan. I love you, raglan. I think that's going to be so good for summer.
Yeah.
Or warmer climates. Maybe you live somewhere
I actually
warm all
love
the
the
time.
little shoulder detail on that.
Me
the little
too.
cap sleeve on that. Did I show this last time?
I would
or were we
totally
just
knit that.
doing it in our group. It's called the Shima Tea.
I love that too.
And it's by Noriko
I don't know where you showed it.
Ichikawa. I think maybe Amber put it in our group or something. I'm obsessed with this sweater.
Striped raglan.
Striped
all day long.
raglan. But look at the shape. It's just like a little bit of a...
My favorite.
It's very square, very boxy, very wearable.
It's a classic shape.
And just have fun with your color.
I have to knit something black and white.
Ah.
I love that.
I instantly love black and white, but then you see some of these knitters.
Oh,
you
that's
guys.
super cute with the orange. That's so cute.
I think we should all have a t-shirt along.
Okay, so end of April is our raglan. How about May and June is a t-shirt along? Because you barely have to knit sleeves.
Oh, I love it.
How about
There's
that?
so many. Oh, we love it.
Or May, June, and July.
Yeah. I love that.
Summer tee. Love it, Jodi.
I just want to knit all the sweaters.
I already have an idea in my head for a summer tee anyway. Remember I was showing you with your yarn?
Yeah.
DK.
I don't really... Yes.
Right?
Remember.
Stripes. Rainbow.
Yes. Love it.
And you can do that. Like maybe you already own a raglan pattern or you want to use like the classic tee that's just plain DK. You can just stripe it whatever you want.
It's really cute, you guys, and you don't need instructions, but just after you start the raglan, just do some like 3 stripes, 5 stripes, maybe 6 stripes.
When I did yours last summer, I did the collar in like a cream with a stripe and then the main color on the body until the short rows were done. I didn't want to have to deal with adjusting stripes in the short rows. So that gave a little bit of room here and across the back.
Which actually, it's funny, I'm getting that, I'll tell you about it. But I have that out and I love that.
Me too.
Looking at your sequence, I really loved how you paused.
I like the color blocking.
Before you started.
Me too. Oh, I love it. But I mean, you could do 4 inches or 10 centimeters of that and start your stripes a little bit further
and then
down.
I'll bring mine next time too. Do you remember it was a Cozy Classic raglan, and I talked about this before. I used Tanis Fiber Arts minis.
Yes.
And I just did a panel of 2 stripes per color and just like a bit of a rainbow.
I know we've been talking about doing a sweater video, but these free patterns that we're telling you about today are written so well. I mean, highly recommend. I love supporting designers and buying patterns too, but sometimes that's not in everybody's budget or whatever. That doesn't mean you're not going to get a great pattern. So these ones that we're telling you that are free ones, I would totally recommend downloading them and hacking them to your taste for something. Even though it's not striped or they don't show you a striped version, you can make it so
customizable.
It is. Yeah. And I think playing with stripes is, just do a little swatch. Maybe you want 2 different width stripes or how you want your color sequence to go or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah. But also, if it's in your budget, I love supporting knitwear designers because that keeps the ball rolling. We love to knit sweaters. We love to support and see new patterns come out. So I do love that.
That's what I'm going to talk about this book, and that's why I'll probably never use it, but I wanted to crochet, or I wanted to support
That's so
this
cute.
book. But I'm having a couple of samples knit based on the short sleeve DK sweater that you got me.
Okay.
I'm not doing the stripes, but I'm doing I'm getting 3 different ones knit with 3 different I'm copying the bands you did.
Oh.
Being natural with a pop of color.
Oh, like a sporty.
And then I'm going to kit those.
Awesome.
And so I've had that sweater out this week. I adore
Good.
using the Cozy Classic as a hack. That's the pattern that people can.
It was.
I'll wear it next time.
And we'll make a Ravelry page for it.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Just tell me what it is and I'll do it for you if you want.
Okay.
You know, how many rows and what colors.
Right.
And then people can go look at that sample and copy it if they want to.
Love it.
It's really easy, right? It's not hard, but sometimes it's a lot easier to follow it written down by someone.
Yeah, exactly.
And then to your color preference.
Exactly.
Listen,
so we'll be
stripes,
able to do kits.
I did not know I was
One
such a stripe
is
lover.
sky high body with natural.
Yeah.
But the pop of color is hibiscus.
Oh.
Right?
Yes, so good.
One is mouse gray. No, one is the light, mouse gray, natural, and neon coral.
Jodi. Fabulous.
One is navy with natural, and it might be Viva Magenta as this.
Really?
Yeah, so it's just some ideas.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's really, really fun. I feel like if you're a stripe lover, it's very addicting, right? Color-wise and width-wise. It's such a simple technique.
And
it's just
it doesn't have to be all over.
Right.
You could just add stripes to a few on your wrist.
I love that. I think that's a really, or just color blocking.
One stripe.
The last 6 inches of your sleeve, color block that.
One stripe, a few rows into your raglan, and that's it. A stripe here on each wrist. Maybe not on the bottom if you don't want it, but on the bottom if you want it.
Right.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's exciting.
It's endless. Yeah.
And I do find that I'm really gravitating towards bright colors right now. That we've got more sun happening.
It's all I want to knit.
I want to wear bright colors and knit bright colors for sure. What's this book?
Speaking of spring, I pre-ordered this forever ago. And
Did you?
Yeah. I believe I
How
saw
did
it
you
on
know about it?
Instagram.
Oh,
Somewhere
okay.
on Instagram. But this is now available on Amazon. It's called The Crochet Garden by Chris Norrington. And it's just, if you're a fan of little appliques or just having fun crocheting.
That's super cute.
It has so many different flowers and leaves and greenery and different textures to crochet.
Wow.
One of the reasons I just thought this was so pretty to look at, and it supports the authors, right?
Oh, for sure.
Even though I might not necessarily be crocheting a lot out of here, I thought, wouldn't it be nice to support them?
You know what would be so cute is if you were doing a baby blanket, but you crocheted a little selection of these flowers and added them to like the corner of the blanket.
Yeah.
That's so, I mean, there's
Isn't
a
it?
million things you could do.
Little appliques for a hat.
Or like crocheted plant buckets in your house and then you could go crazy. You could slap flowers on like a pillow. Wouldn't a pillow be beautiful?
Yeah.
A pillow would be a work of art.
Yeah. So I just think, embroidering is amazing, but this might be like an alternative to like do
it's a
this.
totally different look too, right?
Right. And then just kind of attach it.
And depending on how heavy your yarn is, it's a totally different look. Okay, this is Crochet Corner because I have a pattern to share with you.
Love it.
Crochet. I've always thought, oh my gosh.
I'm here for it.
How come I'm a crochet quitter? Is that a thing? I am a crochet quitter. I have crocheted like buckets, like what are they called? Crocheted. I love them. I like little containers and stuff. I failed my crocheted scarf class. I do know how to do like single and double, but I've never made a project. And I've looked at so many crochet blankets and thought, I really want one. I think they look so pretty. And today I came across Stephanie, who is all about Ami, and she's here in Edmonton. She's phenomenal. She's an amazing designer.
Yeah, we've met her. She's adorable.
And she works, I believe she works with Lion Brand Yarn. She's got so many patterns. Well, her newest quilt is this one.
Oh,
I am
gosh,
such
adorable.
a sucker for daisies. I love that it's a granny square. She's done it in, I think, a bulky Lion Brand yarn. So the pattern is called Cozy Days Daisy Blanket.
That's adorable.
Immediately I thought to myself, this is the project that's going to make me crochet a blanket.
You know,
she's got videos. She's got a YouTube channel. So go to the All About Ami, A-M-I. It's short for like amigurumi. I think those were her first patterns. I thought her name was Ami or Amy for the longest time. It's not. But she made, and there's videos. I was on her channel today going, how hard is this? Like, do you think I could do this?
You guys. It is not difficult.
I feel like my first one would be like learning your first few squares. And then
I can't tell you how fast you'd have a blanket tomorrow.
Well, she says it took her 15 hours. I mean, she's a pro.
But I'm not kidding you guys. It is so fast. It's mind-boggling how fast crochet is.
She is using an 8mm crochet hook and it's a bulky level 5 yarn. So she said it works up quickly compared to if you were using DK or worsted. So it's just that much thicker. You can actually buy kits through Lion Brand.
Oh, nice.
Which I totally might do, or just go to Michael's and get, like, if I can find colors I really like. I just love daisies, and I just think it's so
I'm pulling something up
cute
in correspondence to this.
But you can watch the videos on how she does the square, and then how she joins, and I mean, she's just doing a really basic edge. I know I can do the edge, but isn't that pretty?
Well, you can absolutely do all of that. Okay. Do you follow HG Designs Crochet?
Let me see.
Her name is Heather.
I think it sounds familiar.
And she is all about the granny square.
No, I don't follow. I mean, I do now.
She came across my page. This is the video. And this... Donald Trump. Gross.
Ugh.
Sorry.
Don't say the word, because then it comes to your...
Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry.
Look at the heart.
I'm going back in.
Gosh. Okay, part of it is her color selection, too, is phenomenal.
But it's like garments. She's like killing it. Look at this, you guys. She's all about the granny square. It's all about the crochet. It's chunky crochets. She is...
That's really... Oh, how cute is that?
Right?
See, lots of times you think, oh, granny square, that's just not me. That's not my vibe. That's not my whatever.
So wearable. You guys.
Okay, look. But, okay, again. Tony, TL Yarn Crafts, another one. Must follow and support. Buy patterns. Tony's book.
This is Heather. A great big heart.
Love.
That actually, it wasn't... Okay.
Okay, look at Tony's bag. Oh, my God, I love it. Look at this bag she does.
Oh, my God.
And Stephanie, all about Ami, this daisy blanket comes out of her daisy bag pattern, which was last summer. So I think using fresh, fun colors and using something that's classic, like a granny square, I think your color selection could bring it into like more of a modern, fun thing. I think that's a huge part of it. What do you think? So what do you think? Are you behind me with the whole crochet blanket thing?
Of course. Green Letter Day.
I definitely follow them.
She does yarn with crochet pattern or crochet blankets in mind. And she'll do like a collection, you guys. You have to follow her, get on her newsletter, because she drops these collections. It's like a color palette.
I think that's one of the blankets. There's a blanket in there that also makes me think I want to do
this, for example. That was
and that's their yarn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for the blanket. So she'll do these. Oh, you guys, I love her color sense.
So this is the Summer Days Daisy Bag by Stephanie, who's all about Ami. And that was last summer.
Love it.
So this is, I don't believe that's bulky though. Well, maybe. It looks kind of exactly the same. Anyway, these are designers that are fun to follow. I'm sure lots of people already are.
So she'll do like a drop of a color palette.
This is
so you can make.
This is definitely someone that I follow because the blanket looks so phenomenal.
Right?
Like this one right here. I just thought to myself, I maybe I could do that, but it's the inspiration of the color palette. And I feel like this is the perfect kind of thing to stash bust. You don't really need to buy a kit if it's not. I think we could all stash bust possibly. Wow, that's phenomenal.
I adore. And then Tony, of course, TLC. I mean, she's the queen, right?
She really is. She's amazing.
She's
One
incredible.
of these days, I'm going to learn Tunisian crochet because of Tony.
We met Tony and her mom in Rhinebeck at the very first stop we were at. Actually, she was one of the first people we met.
What was the cake palooza?
Cake Palooza.
Remember?
Yeah, her and her mom. Stunning. These women were
Such
stunning.
Sweet, awesome, beautiful, fun people.
Yeah. That was so fun. Okay. So I got back a few more samples from knitters. Ashley, poor Ashley, she's way on the East Coast. So hers took a few extra days
Why is
to
that
come.
poor Ashley?
Not poor Ashley, but I didn't have them in time
She's
to
almost
photograph.
not in Canada.
Right.
Poor Ashley.
Can you imagine? Like, let's
Does
go
she
to
have
Cape
a
Cod.
spare bedroom?
Let's go to Nantucket.
We'll cook for room and board.
Yeah, you will. I'll clean up. You cook, I'll do the dishes.
I've always wanted to vacation out that way.
Yes.
Everybody says it's mind-blowingly
Yes.
gorgeous.
I would like to do the East Coast starting in Canada and going.
We should do that cruise. There's a knitting cruise that does the leaves, changing of the leaves, and it goes through that area. Like the
Does it really?
Yes.
A Canadian one.
I don't know, but it's like it starts and then it goes through other. I've heard of it. It's a knitting cruise thing.
That sounds amazing.
I know, right?
Okay. So these were some samples.
Let's see.
So just to remind you guys, we do have tons of Frank and Beanie kits in the shop.
FrankieGreyFibres.com.
Yeah, we have.
If
This
people
is the
didn't
new
know.
Frank and Beanie hat in 2 sizes. This one, I'm going to try it on so you guys can see. There's a small, medium, and a large, extra large. But even if you buy 2 skeins of DK, just put a note in your order at checkout that you'd like the pattern, and you'll get a free pattern.
That's awesome.
Because sometimes people want to make their own kits, right?
Yes.
All of these are dyed to order colors. So this one is Mayflowers and Lemony Lime.
Love. Gosh, Jodi.
She's a beautiful knitter. But see how people like
I love it.
like the millennials are wearing their hats kind of like this. So this is the large, extra large. But because it's ribbing, you guys, it's still going to fit a smaller head.
I love that.
Right? So that's how that fits.
That's how mine fits. I
With
don't
some
need a
length.
large, extra large, but it looks so cute with
And
that
then
extra.
this is even, and then even if your head is bigger, again, because of the ribbing, you
Yeah.
can knit the small medium and it fit, right? Fit
Yeah.
more like the beanie.
Beanie.
Right? So this one is Hottest Pink and Lemon Head.
So fun.
Look at those two
I feel
bright
like
colors.
I might need my like Mayflowers,
Yes.
like a t-shirt style.
Yes. And then this one is Indigo and Parchment. I wanted classic
Oh, I love that.
Indigo and Parchment in the large size.
That's super pretty.
You guys, it is so
and then you could do a
cozy.
creamy colored pom-pom if you wanted.
Can you believe I haven't put pom-poms on these?
No, but I felt the same way, Jode. When I knit mine, I was like, I'm team pom-pom.
I
all
know.
the way.
Right?
But it's really cute without it.
And then Kara also did a sample
that's
for me.
really cute.
Prickly Pear and Blush.
I love that.
Isn't that pretty?
I don't think there's such a thing as a wrong combination. Like
I don't
2
either.
colors, as long as there's, I think, a beautiful contrast, you're
Yeah.
going to have an awesome hat.
This fabric is so squishy.
It's a bulky weight. These things knit up. Literally, this is the pattern you knit for your whole family for Christmas or
Actually,
whatever.
it's funny you said that because I had someone say this is the first of many of Christmas knitting.
I think so.
Because
Oh,
you guys,
it's so
cute. But like I said, it's so stretchy.
What about you? Did you finish your one that you had on the needles last time?
Yeah. Can you believe I didn't remember to bring it?
Jodi.
I was knitting. Oh, you guys, I'm the worst. Anyway, so Ashley and Kara, your knits are beautiful, and it's so fun to see all these color combinations knit up.
That's fabulous.
But I have more to talk about for Frankie Grey Fibres, so we'll do that at the end.
Okay.
But don't you love this?
Yes, I love it.
I'm going to leave it on right now.
I love it so much. I love it.
And then you know what I'm going to do, you guys?
I don't have much more knitting, so I feel like let's talk.
I'm going to donate a bunch of hats to the shelter.
That's a great idea.
Because I have so many, but once it's photographed and stuff, and I've got all the things I need, I'm going to donate a whole bunch of hats.
That's a great idea.
Okay.
Super great idea.
Do you have any knitting to share or acquisitions?
I honestly, guys, I do. I only have a couple of things, though.
I only have one. This is
I only have two. But okay, so I showed you my Sandy by the Lakeside bunny bag. I bought her tote bag.
Pattern on Ravelry, yes. Oh, you did.
Oops.
It's beautiful.
She does fabric bags and leather items. And over the years I've bought like this little tool pouch is the thing that I took on holidays with me. It fits so much stuff, but it's tiny and it lasts. So these are like things that last forever, right? This is kind of a large size tote bag. An everyday kind of thing.
Beautiful.
It's really nice.
It's soft. It's not stiff and hard.
And it already looks kind of weathered. I love this tonality, and
it's
to
just
me, that's part of why I love leather, is that the more you use it, the more you can see that you've had it for years. I think that's really beautiful, right? So she has had these bags for a long time, and I finally just got one. So that's the one thing.
Did it arrive while you were gone?
Yeah.
Did you have a lot to
No.
open?
This is it.
I know. I don't know what my problem was.
I'm okay with that. I mean,
I love to be able to buy new things and share them on the podcast. So we got to get our shit together.
There's no shortage of sharing, I believe.
That's true.
I don't think.
That is true. So
that's the one thing I have, but then I also have what I brought home.
This is the only stash that I had gotten this week. This is the
It's
Plump.
a good one though.
It's called Plump. It
Plumpy?
is just Plump.
Isn't that funny? I thought it was Plumpy.
Maybe Plumpkin.
No, it looks like it just says Plump. I don't
so
know why I thought it was Plumpy.
The first I checked out with Ghost Ranch and one other color I can't remember, but Ghost Ranch happened to be a pre-order, so I thought to myself, I bet you that's, well, obviously it's not going to ship for a bit. I love that they did a pre-order because Ghost Ranch, I think, must be one of their popular colors because it seems to go first.
It's super good.
And so I thought, I'll just get two more different ones because I couldn't decide. So I do have two more coming. This one is called Never You Worry.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, it's awesome.
And then this
That'd
one
be so
is
good with coral or hot pink.
right.
Yeah.
Bruised Ego.
I really love them both.
Um,
Whoa.
You guys, the softness is unbelievable. I cannot wait to get these on the needle. That might be something I cast
like
on this
merino
weekend
or something. I don't know what they use. It's very soft. I think it usually just says 100%
American.
wool.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the blend is, but it feels super duper soft.
It in no way feels like a non-superwash. It's one of those ones that you feel and go, oh, that is so soft, you guys. But it's non-superwash.
It is superwash. It says right there.
Where?
Right under 100% American wool.
My bad.
It is superwash.
Yeah. Georgia.
I know a lot of things.
3 times. We're podcasting.
Seriously. Did you make your mama some lunch?
No. God, rude. Sorry. It is superwash and super soft.
Yeah. But it doesn't, I mean,
but light and airy.
it still feels wool, like wool, right? Which I like. It feels like merino to me, like a beautiful, I don't know what it is, but that's what it feels like. I love it.
I love it too.
Jodi, very exciting.
And I thought it could be that you know, one project in a cowl. I can't wait to cast that on. So we'll see.
There's been some really great hats. People have been knitting hats with it too. I love that. Okay, so I told you when we went away, we went and found this little collective in Crucecita, which is in Huachuco area. This is what it was. It was the Oaxaca Handicraft Museum.
Cool.
It was great. I have a little bit of like pictures and videos here. I don't know if you want to see quickly. So what the heck?
What on earth?
Here she is. So this is Soul, and she's crushing those. Is it cochineal or whatever, the little red bugs that make that?
Yes.
Right. So this big thing, this stone thing, they crush all their like ingredients for mole, and like it's an implement they use to crush all kinds of things. But she's using
very cool.
They have these gigantic looms. So she was crushing those to make natural dye for. They have this beautiful display of natural dye, but look what I found. Their wool, it was all naturally dyed, and it's spun, and they've been doing rugs with it.
Okay.
It's gorgeous.
Was it coarse?
Wait till I show you. Look at this. So she had a big Swift. So this is outside. Look at this stand-up Swift. Like it's
That's so cool.
Super sturdy, big, and her spinning wheel too. So there's the spinning wheel. It was huge.
Look at this beautiful tapestry right there.
Yeah, so they're like these incredible.
Is that where you bought your runner from?
No, it was a different weaver. So this is the yarn. I ended up getting 3 skeins.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I expected to feel it and go, it would be super crunchy. Like I think of yarn for rugs and stuff is very coarse.
So this must be dyed with those bugs.
That is dyed with the bugs. This is dyed with Brazil nuts, the shells of Brazil nuts.
Interesting.
It's like a beautiful camel color.
You guys, this color, it's dense and saturated.
It's like so
brick.
even.
Oh,
yes,
it's
brick
beautiful.
for sure. And then this one is dyed with indigo.
Oh.
So to me, it's total treasure. Hand spun, Mexican sheep, Mexican wool, you know, naturally dyed.
Look how this goes with this.
Right. So I originally thought, oh, I'm going to knit with it. It's kind of a wonky spin. I don't know. I mean, it's just rustic. I'm sure we could knit with it.
It is softer than I would have imagined it.
It's merino.
It's really nice.
Because I said to her, oh, do you know what kind of sheep? Like when we first started, I said, do you know what kind of? And she said, it's merino wool.
I would love to see this knit into like a selbu, like something like a oh my God. Into like a mitten pattern.
Jodi, you get to wind that. This has to be, I think, wound by hand because it seems a little bit
I think that's
tangly.
Yeah, I'm not going to do anything else.
We're just going to have to loop that over something. But it was phenomenal. She said, oh, I don't have many colors right now, but you can like email me. I normally have tons of colors.
This is stunning.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So these are all naturally dyed. Beth said, do you say dyed with bugs? And if you look it up,
Ground up.
It's these I don't even really know how to pronounce it. Cochineal bugs. They're like a little bit of a parasite, like they stick on cactuses. She had some there. And so she picked it off the plant and she said when it's a lot, she squished it and killed it, it's exploded red. But when they die and dry out, they just grind it and it becomes this red powder. But when you squish them when they're alive, it's like a liquid. And so she had her hand all covered with this. And then on one side, she adds lemon juice and it turns like tangerine. On the other side, she added like limestone powder and it turned like a deep grapey purple.
Really?
I could have stayed for ages. And then they had all this beautiful stuff that was woven there and then hand embroidered. Okay. So it was totally...
This color is unbelievably
Do you
stunning.
want it?
No.
Because I bought 3 thinking, I don't know what I'm going to make. I don't
Just
know if
have them
Jodi's going to
hanging
want
on
some.
that hanger.
I know, they were beautiful just hanging.
Really beautiful. This is stunning.
Anyway, it's not it's not over dyed. These are naturally dyed, like kettle dyed, right?
Yeah.
Like just like skeins of yarn. So
Wow.
anyway, it was super fun. But natural dyeing is like,
Yeah, I don't do natural dyeing,
such
but
a science.
there's so much to learn
It would
about
be fun
it.
to do at one point, like just
Caitlin French
try it.
does all that natural
Sweater weather yarns, woolly mammoth fiber. There are so many natural dyers
I
out
would
there.
love to take a class.
Wouldn't that be
Cabin
fun?
Boys.
Cabin Boy Knits,
We
natural
love
dyer.
them.
Actually, they do classes.
I know.
And I said to him, well, maybe we'll have to come out. Like they do it
They also do
at their place.
Yeah. They do a gay men retreat that I'm offended I'm not invited to.
I see that.
I would really love. It's stunning.
Anyway, treasure.
Yeah.
Treasure, treasure, treasure.
Love it, love it.
Oaxacan treasure. So I will do a post with those videos and stuff, and I will link their stuff. Because they've got everything. They've got YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram,
That's funny.
everything. So.
Love that. Okay, I've got a few things that came to our shop this week that was really fun.
I was going to email them about this.
Oh no, we got them. They're in the shop. This is
Did
for
you
can
pay
have
for
this.
that?
Pay for what?
I think I'm going to have to email him. I don't.
You don't think you paid for the order? I don't know. We got
Oh, no,
it.
maybe we did it the other way this time. Sorry, I would have to look that up. That was just
okay.
love. Can I say love?
So we have this same cute little tote bag. It's the perfect size for 2 or 3 skeins of yarn.
It flew out of the shop. It was
Yeah.
such a little hit. It's a small it's a project bag.
Yeah. It's a little tote.
It's
It
fantastic.
fits a lot. Anyway, so now we have it in black, which we love.
Yeah.
We restocked. We only got 5 the first time just to see, and they flew out again.
So when we say this is available at grocerygirlsknit.com.
We like to be able to have a little shop where we get to bring in some of our favorite things that we use for knitters. There's some other stuff in there that we love too.
Some custom things, some things that we can't live without.
Yeah.
Sometimes dyers that we love, we collaborate with colors and have things like that. So definitely check out our shop and sign up for the emails and you'll know what's happening there.
Yeah. Cocoa Knits. You can't live without some of their products. They're incredible for makers.
This is the project portfolio, which is literally it's made in their craft paper, which is something you can get wet. It is so interesting. It's a fabric that they make. It's all, sustainable, but it's got all these pockets. It can hold magazines, your patterns, your iPad. It's a really great portfolio to keep organized on the go. And you're
together.
right. We didn't know what they really were until we brought them in.
They're pretty cool.
They're amazing.
Pretty cool.
Amazing. Especially if you love to print your patterns.
Yeah.
And keep them nice like that.
Okay. Pom Pom. This is just released this week. It's ready to go. Our shop is full. This is the spring issue, and it's
Look
stunning.
at the bag on the back. So this is summer?
Yeah.
Pom Pom Spring.
Spring,
2023.
You guys, I'm not going to spoil it because it's super fun to look through and not have known. But let me just tell you, it's amazing. Oh,
every time these come out, it is a little bit like Christmas morning or your birthday because I don't really know what to expect, but I know it's going to blow my mind.
So the trend right now that started this past fall is these brilliant pops of neons, brilliant pops of color, and this magazine, this is bringing all of that.
That color palette of the soft pastel and then a neon pairing.
Yeah.
It's just so cool. I love that.
Pom Pom is one of those ones, you guys, where you're going to want to get because it's not just patterns, it's articles.
The photography is amazing. The modeling is gorgeous. The patterns are always amazing. And I mean, I know I say it all the time. It's kind of like a broken record, but the value of these magazines with all of these patterns and all of what they offer is it's actually a really good value. Also, Pom Pom comes with a digital download code. So you know, it's nice to have this at home to flip through and look at. But a lot of people really love working from their iPad or computer, and you do get both. You get both with Pom Pom.
I'm going to show you one more.
You're blowing my mind with the whole...
It is so good. Look at this. And they have two versions, a long sleeved and a...
That's super cute.
No sleeved, but because it's so square...
Well, she's wearing it on the front. That's what's on the
front.
front.
Oh, yeah. You get
I love it.
Oh. Okay. That's
it.
I said I wouldn't show, but it's so good. There's so many more things to see in here, things to read. Do you save all these?
Do you love it when... I do. Do you love it when boxes show up? Because you're the receiver.
Because it goes to my place. Tracie orders it, and I've said that before. It's like Christmas morning.
It's so cool.
I didn't know this was coming, and I didn't know these were coming. I knew, but I had forgotten.
Right.
Okay, another thing.
And you never know when.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun.
We're hoping that we can tell some people that don't know about these already, but these are called the Knitting Barber, and these are the original. A lot of people make them, but this was the original.
Here's the thing. I feel like when somebody thinks of something simple and brilliant like this, it means something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to buy the original and support that original idea. Just like the sock ruler. There's a lot of sock rulers, but we were made aware of it. So we continue buying the original because that's what we feel we love.
Mm-hmm.
These Knitting Barber cords, this goes in the category of cannot live without, just like the sock ruler.
I feel like if you are a sweater knitter and you try on as you go, you cannot live without these.
Where's my sweater? Where's my bag?
Tracie's going to demonstrate.
So every set of Knitting Barber cords comes with 3, I don't know if it's silicone, I don't know what they're made out of, but it's 3 cords, and there's 2 shorter ones and 1 very long one.
Which I've cut my long one because I lost one.
I'm a big fan, and I seem to only really knit top-down sweaters.
Yeah.
So I love that because a top-down sweater you can try on as you go. What does that mean? It means I'm going to take some waste yarn and I'm going to put it on a needle and I'm going to transfer all of these stitches to waste yarn and then have my needle off so that it will fit over my body properly and it'll kind of give me the circumference I need to get it over my body. That takes time. I am someone that loves a shortcut. So these Knitting Barber cords came out and I thought to myself, what do you even do with this thing? I have no idea what you even do with it. Life-changing. Literally life-changing. So here's my needles for my sweater. What do? You just take the little end of this, twist it onto your needle. It's attached to one needle. Now I'm going to attach it to the other needle.
I only do one side.
Oh.
And then pull up, and then just pull one of the needles,
You can,
and then that goes
for sure. Yeah, you can do that. So now you've just added this much length to the circumference of your needles for trying it on. So now you can just let it scooch in like this, right?
Perfect.
And then you can have all this extra room to try on your sweater.
Genius. You guys,
it takes 5 minutes to
make
try on a
sure
sweater.
when you do it, you really push hard.
Yeah.
I've never once had it come off.
No.
And
then when you do bring it off, you just twist like that, and it comes off.
Like pull
if
it.
you pull, sometimes it doesn't really come off, but give it a little twist and it loosens and it's perfect.
I love it. So we have 8 different. It comes in a million colors.
Yeah.
Our shop now has
And
eight colors.
Some people use this short one to hold your sleeve stitches.
Yeah, works great.
So when you split for sleeves, you can just put this on.
How would you get it onto your sleeve stitches?
you would put this on the end of
I put my needle
the
in the
needle,
end of
and you like thread it through, and then
stick my needle.
you can even just do a little kind of loose tie so that it doesn't come off.
I use always because it's such a small circumference. I always use waste yarn.
Well, then this is perfect for you.
Perfect.
Yeah. I mostly use these for trying on sweaters.
Yes, me too.
And if I had to put my sweater on hold to use my needle or something like that, you could absolutely use the long one and just use it as a stitch holder.
Exactly.
But the trying on part of it for me was very like, what? You can do that without transferring all your stitches?
I actually thought before I used it kind of gimmicky. But then Tracie gifted me
I bought them last summer. I said to Jodi, I don't know what these are, but I think we should try them.
I can't tell you how many times
We've been meaning to bring them to our shop for months and months and months and months.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for the cords, and if you maybe want a second set or you want to gift your bestie, we now have a bunch of colors.
And because it's rubbery material, it really sticks on if you really push it to big size needles.
Yes.
So there is a big range.
I think I've used... Does it say what size?
No.
Okay.
It just says the length of the cords. So this is the Knitting Barber. You can find them lots of places.
The original from Finland.
Amazing.
Yeah. What a cool idea. I don't know where that idea came from, but I think it's brilliant. And I use them for every sweater I knit.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
That's fun, Jode. I didn't realize those came.
Yeah. I'm just going to pull up my Ravelry. Do you forget the names of some of your patterns?
My own patterns?
Yeah.
I kind of did last time. Yes. Sometimes. I forget lots of things.
Okay, so I'm gonna reference these patterns with some of the kits that I have.
Jodi, this is beautiful.
Okay, so what I have done is I've had a bunch of my hat patterns knit in either different way. Most of them are DK or fingering held with mohair. And then I had the opposite knit, if that makes sense. Like if a pattern was DK, I had some samples knit with fingering held with mohair, so I can update patterns and also give some pattern or ideas for different yarn, right?
Yeah.
So this is the, let me just,
Ooh, I knit that one. Jodi, you're funny.
With my glasses. Okay,
that's
Thursday
hilarious.
hat.
Okay, but I was going to say, it's got a tag on it.
Oh, thank you. So this is...
So you designed it in DK, and now you've got a fingering and mohair version, but I love the marling.
So Lynn has knit this sample for me. And Lynn knit it with lemon head and I think jelly bean. Yeah.
Which is a blue.
Yes.
Jelly bean's like turquoise.
And lemon head is yellow. So it makes this amazing green fabric.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing, Jodi, but what a beautiful pattern.
Okay. So that's the first one. And I'm talking about this because in our shop this week, under yarn kits, if you're looking.
So now we have to say this is on Frankie Grey Fibres.
Okay.
We confuse people sometimes.
This is all Frankie Grey Fibres.
Nah. FrankieGreyFibres.com.
Yeah.
The other stuff was GroceryGirlsKnit.com.
Yeah.
We're just confusing.
Okay, so we have...
Wow.
We have a ton of Frank and Beanie kits already made up, but don't forget, these come with a free pattern, but if you buy 2 skeins of DK, you will get the free pattern for the Frank and Beanie hat.
Love.
Okay. What we have also did is we've done a bunch of... I first was developing our color palette using DK mini sets, 50-gram DK sets. So there's a whole bunch of really fun palettes.
2.5 skeins of DK yarn in there.
And they're all discounted.
Jodi.
These are all discounted.
Wow.
And then...
So these are not named because some of them aren't exactly your colors, right? So like one-of-a-kind sets.
Yeah. Although
they may be.
Most of them are actually official colors.
Okay.
Some didn't make the cut, but these, in fact, are all colors.
Yeah, I feel like these all look exactly like...
Yeah. I had so many 50-gram minis.
I love a 50-gram
So I thought I would...
mini.
So tons of these. So you'll find them in yarn sets and in mini sets.
Oh, my gosh.
And then what we did was there's a whole bunch of oopsie skeins, and we do this a couple times a year when our bucket gets full. Is it maybe a dash of dye that wasn't supposed to be there, or it wasn't saturated enough that we thought it was. It's a perfectly beautiful yarn.
Right.
But these are all $20 a skein.
Wow. Jodi.
And they're in kits.
And like one of a kind.
One of a kinds. So
it's going to make
ton.
a beautiful whatever, but not repeatable. Yeah. I love that.
So those are kits. Ooh. And then this is where we come to with all of these marling kits. So what we did is we have a whole bunch of sets now in the shop with either Surrey or mohair. 90% of them are mohair.
So those are 250-gram minis and a mohair?
250-gram minis and a mohair. And they're discounted. Some of them are tonals like this, same colors. And then some you'll find are either a speckle with a...
Whoa.
And then here's one with a Surrey.
What's this pattern?
Sorry, this pattern is Pleasure Rib. And that's knit with a fingering held with mohair of two totally different colors.
Drapey?
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite fabrics ever. Oh my God, how cute.
Isn't it?
Wow. Yes.
So I'll go through all these hats. I just wanted everyone to see.
Whoa.
And then here's one too.
Ooh, that's so pretty.
You guys, there's a million sets. The oopsies are very discounted.
This speckle is called Highlight. Jodi, this is a sweater.
Yes.
I mean, they all are.
We'll restock this next week.
Come on.
That's Sky High. But the base is Sky High.
And you could also, I love that these are discounted and already made for you, but it gives you ideas of like, I could just pick my two favorite colors and do that out of the shop.
Totally.
Right?
Like these 3 skeins are oopsie skeins because I felt like this dyed a little off. So this is $20 a skein.
Wow.
All these kits.
And full skeins, I mean, I think stripes, color work, individual hats, whatever you want to do, right?
And then these kits that are normally $29.50 and $27.50, each skein is $25.
Wow. You're saving like $10.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
that's a lot.
So you guys, one of the listings had 87 variations of, we had so much yarn in these buckets.
Is this Hello Yellow and Mayflowers?
Yes.
Bing.
So good.
I love it.
Okay, so now you guys see all the kits we have. I'm going to go through these beautiful hats that gives you some ideas, right?
Okay.
So this is the JoJo hat, you guys. And this is knit. Oh, I didn't write her name up. I apologize. Oh, it's so beautiful. But this is knit with neon coral and pop rocks.
Ooh, that's a great combo.
See, you guys? The marling of the color. You can do tone on tone like this, or you could do this, right?
I love it.
So this one is the Monday hat, as is, no, that's Mel.
No, they're not. Yeah, that's the same.
Yeah, these are both Monday hat.
But maybe one's striped.
That's DK.
But it's also stripes,
yes.
Right? Is that striped too?
No,
that's not
this is the Monday hat, which is intentionally knit with 2 different colors of mohair. No, mohair and then a different color of yarn.
Okay.
To look a little stripey. But I had asked her if she could knit an all over, just fingering held with mohair.
Right.
It's really pretty.
It's phenomenal.
So you can just change the yarn that you're knitting and it be a totally different look.
Color and not striped. Like you can really take one pattern and twist it. If you love knitting the same thing over and over, but you could make it look so different.
Yeah.
Just by that.
Right. So that's why I wanted to have these samples did. Because I wanted to get the samples done in Frankie Grey. That's Winter New York and charcoal.
Wow.
And see, then this is just all over. And you can just tweak it to what you like. You may not like it stripey.
Right.
Or you can just marl to
I
or
love
tone
it.
all together.
It's
right?
gorgeous. Yes.
Okay, so the other thing I want to share that's in the shop this week is we did a bunch of mini sets.
I noticed.
So this is the In Bloom one that I was talking about. The only color that is in here that I didn't use is parchment. It's just too close to the natural in my cowl.
Okay.
But this is a six minis. It comes in DK and fingering.
Super cute.
Really fun, right?
Yes.
Some friend of Frankie Grey Fibres reached out and said, I love your Scooby-Doo Let's Split Up gang.
Mm-hmm.
So she asked, would you ever do a deconstructed? Sure we can.
So fun.
So that's what this is. This is...
I could tell right away what that was. Yes.
So it was all the Scooby characters, and then we have a couple of different... We have a speckled brown, and then we have a more tonal dark brown.
That's
and then
so
we
cute.
have variegated mini. So that's in the shop on DK and fingering.
I love that Scooby-Doo is still something that people
It's so nostalgic.
are so, like, exactly nostalgic.
This is neon lights, and it's just fun pops of color. This is
Super
available fingering sparkle, DK, and DK sparkle.
There was a question that somebody just asked, would you use the same color mohair or a different color mohair? And that's purely personal taste. You can use a high contrast, 2 different colors, or a low contrast, 2 different colors, or maybe it just gives you a different feel either way. It's
But
very
remember,
personal.
This was basically this. Okay, no, not basically. This hat were these 2 yarns. This was the fingering, and this was the mohair.
Right.
And look what it did.
Mohair really changes the color of yarn that it's being held with.
That's what it ended up being. So isn't that cool?
Super cool. Because I actually have a sweater quantity of yarn that I can't believe I bought that color, and I don't really love it, but I've already planned to hold it with a different color mohair or suri, and I know I will end up loving it because I'm changing it a little bit. That's awesome.
And that's neon coral, and you can see what that Pop Rocks did to it. It really gives a really fun. You can definitely see that it's 2 colors, as opposed to this where it's 2 different pinks.
Yeah.
But this is
that's
more
high
subtle.
contrast too.
Yeah, but more subtle because it's 2, like both are pink.
Right.
And then this is a little more high of a contrast. So
right.
It's so much fun as a yarn dyer to play with these colors and get patterns knit and just see how they, change with, because either DK and then fingering and mohair
it's such a great
together.
compliment. People love to see what you mean. Like when you mean, like when you think, really, I'm going to put those 2 colors together? Yeah, look what it did. Maybe you wouldn't think about it, but it looks fantastic.
I'm going to show this later, but I feel like this needs to be, this is also my hat pattern. It's called the Harrington hat, I think.
Yes, that was the one
Is
in
it?
Nomadic Knits.
Harrington, right?
I think
Yeah.
so. No, the Harrington one was the cabled one.
Yeah, you're right.
This is something else.
Right here. Higgins Lake hat.
Okay.
And it's interesting because the Higgins Lake hat, when we were collaborating on those nomadic knit books, we were paired up with yarn dyers, beautiful yarn dyers. And we didn't get a choice of, we got sent what we got sent. You didn't get to pick your colors necessarily.
Right.
But this was the original hat, which I adore. It's
the neutrals are gorgeous.
you guys, it's slip stitches. It was not colorwork.
Some kind of like merino yak silk blend. It was phenomenal yarn. So if you look up that hat and see the yarn that it's made out of, it's gorgeous.
Right. So then I had this combination in mind. It's hibiscus and on the vine.
It's so pretty.
And this will be a kit later, but I just had to show this combination. What about in that t-shirt that we were talking about, those stripes?
Yeah, super cute. Super cute.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll show that later. But
color's so subjective and personal. I would love that. It's fun to pick 2 colors that are high contrast like that. I just think it's bright and happy, and I love it. And hats are kind of like socks. Like you can have a wild hat even if you're not a wild person. I think it looks cute.
I have some of your knits that I couldn't bring everything. I have to like, but it's been so much fun. It was so much fun to pull all this yarn and send it away. Like, you guys, not in a million years, I didn't really stop and think about it, but if I had, I might have thought it would have turned greenish. How fun is that?
It's amazing. I'm shocked by it. Like, when you said jelly bean, I would never have guessed jelly bean. But the mohair was neon. So, like, that's a very strong color to hold it with. You could hold the jelly bean with, like, natural, and it would still be just a light blue. So your color choice there. It makes me wonder if you held jelly bean with, like, pop rocks or the hot pink. Does that mean you'll get a purple?
Right, most likely.
Blue and hot pink.
Most likely.
That make, maybe
isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it is. I'm shocked that this is a blue fingering base.
And a very blue.
But boy, I love it, Jodi.
I know, it's so cool.
I should make one of these in fingering and mohair now.
Oh, it is.
Oh my God, it's so cute.
And all it is pearl bumps on reverse stockinettes, and it makes that.
But I just love even just the drapey. It's a light fabric with mohair, right? It's warm, but it's very light.
That little bit of texture when it's one color all over is really fun.
Yeah.
And you guys, look, I'm obsessed.
And you don't have to, it's not like you're knitting a sweater in a bright, like, not everybody feels comfortable to wear a bright hot pink whole garment. But this is such a fun way to introduce color and not be married to a, like yes, I have a lemon yellow sweater, but I love wearing it, and I love wearing bright color sweaters.
I can tell you love it.
I do.
Yeah. Love, love, love it. Okay, so 2 brand new colors that have come to the shop, and I just pulled a few others that I thought looked really good with it. So this is Kate's Green. I love it. This is a brand new color. It's fun. It's light.
Fresh.
It's fresh. It pairs so beautifully with so many colors. And then Cobalt.
So good.
Is a brand new one too. That
they're both like juicy colors.
They
These
pair
are
amazing
so good
together.
For summer.
I'm obsessed with hibiscus. It's such a good pink. It's like just shy of neon, but it's so pretty.
And it's a really like corally pink.
Yeah.
When you put it next to others.
Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing.
This is Elmer, who we adore. It's very
so
orange.
Much.
It's very bright. It
goes
goes so well.
Can you guys hear us when we do this? Are we like killing your ears? I think parchment and Elmer would be really nice. And like when you're talking about that stripy sweater.
Yeah.
I think this would be main color, contrast color would be really pretty.
And then I pulled On the Vine, which they're such saturated, beautiful colors. Any one of these are that looks a little Christmassy.
But even all the red, like all the pinky, like that's phenomenal right there.
This could be your main color, and then you're alternating like main Elmer, main hibiscus.
In my opinion, it's phenomenal. Like I would wear that for sure.
And then you could pop in.
You totally could.
Like switch out something to, like this is such, we didn't have any blue like this at all. So it was such an amazing addition to our lineup.
And I mean, even if you're just blending blues, you have so many good ones that, like this is beautiful. Yes. Like those 4, that's so good. I love that. Yes, I love it.
So good.
How fun.
And then even this siren, you guys, this siren is beautiful. This siren looks good with anything. It's like a neutral, you guys, but that might be slate. That might be slate blue, actually, now that I'm looking at it. But
they're both amazing.
Still really pretty. Anyway, we're so excited about the stuff that's happening. I think
you guys are working so hard.
Spring too, right? Spring and with the addition of like everyone's feeling like excited for color. All these beautiful patterns are coming out with these beautiful pops of color. And
I want to finish my test knit because I'm loving it. It's so beautiful to knit. That's what I'm going to do later today. Not finish, but getting there.
I have to go take my iPad in.
Oh, no.
Just to maybe check the battery because it's draining.
Remind me to show you my test knit on the way out.
Okay. Are you loving it? Are you close to being done?
I'm close to separating for sleeves, and then it's like Bob's
home run.
Bob's your uncle. There's not a lot of.
I don't have an Uncle Bob.
Right.
What else are you doing?
But honestly, I know I'm saying I'm going to finish my, my whatever. I really do have to get it done. But
we know it's not true.
dying to cast on a striped, fun.
I feel like you should.
Maybe I should do it for our knit along.
You know what I think you should do? Swatch.
Yeah.
Or your swatch.
No, I don't really. But I love it. And I do think that the main color is going to be parchment, which is so beautiful. It's almost cream. It's really got a little bit
of that. It's just soft.
It's a shy color. Like it's not gray, it's not taupe, but it's also not white. Right? I love it. It's a really beautiful main color. And then be prepared for like lots of colors. This would be a great summer tea.
There's no reason why I couldn't have kept these, but we switched all of our samples at home. We kept a fingering skein of all of them. And then I have like a huge thing because when I dyed them, it had to be like 400 grams total was my recipe. So each skein had 2 on it. So when I was dyeing it, it had 2.
So you got eight minis.
Well, yeah.
Right?
So
one pan would hold 850 grams.
Well, what I would do is a full fingering, full DK, and then 2 mohair, and then 2 of those.
Okay.
So there's lots of...
That's exciting. Anyway, I'm dying to knit something bright and colorful. Jodi, you inspire us all with your samples and your colors. And
I also take a lot of ideas from you. You're such a good inspiration when it comes to colors and stuff. Because you go, oh, I wonder.
Your yarn's inspiring to me.
Oh, you're so sweet.
It really is.
Look what we have.
And you keep, those are so fun.
In the shop.
This is great.
This and this. Here, you can have that.
Thanks,
Did I give you one?
You gave me one, but I love it.
No, give it back. I gave you one.
You did give me one.
Give it back.
I have it too. It's the perfect size.
I didn't think
for your sock purse. Purse sock.
I didn't realize it and stop and think when I ordered them. They are one skein project.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're enough. Not too small for that.
Or a few minis.
Yes.
Like it really is a very handy little. You need a bag like that.
Yeah.
And that's adorable with the metallic on it.
I thought it was cute.
Yeah. Super cute. I love that.
With the parchment.
And I also think with another one that I'm really obsessed with is eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is my jam too. So many of them are.
It's so fun.
Your whole line is phenomenal.
In a dream world, I would love to have another dyer. So then I could do more of kits and colored, like, do you know what I mean? Because Jordan's not strong in that area because she's not familiar with the patterns.
She's not a knitter.
And kitting stuff. Yeah. We're just having fun right now.
Right. I also want to cast on sparkles. Hello, sparkles.
Right.
Anyway, not enough time in the day, not enough hands on my body. Right.
This has been really fun.
It has been fun. So the next time we do this again will be Saturday. 2
Saturdays from now, and then we're going to get back on track.
Somebody said, are you doing Saturday all the time now? No.
Just because we're traveling.
We're working it. I mean, we could just skip that week and not do it at all, but we would rather do it on a Saturday. And
here's the thing. Too many things pile up. Don't you think?
What?
And then we'd have, if we skipped.
Yeah.
I feel like we'll be back on April Fool. Just kidding. No, we will.
JK. We're going to tell everybody we're going to be here on this Saturday and then not show up.
So I feel like our intention would be to podcast the 1st and then get back on track on April 13th.
And we could do it even earlier. We don't have to do it at noon.
No.
Like whatever time works. I don't really care.
I'm good with
even
this.
11.
Yeah.
Where you can still sleep in.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice to have the sleep in, not jump out of bed and get ready.
I was up at 8, but...
Can we also share, did anybody see our beautiful scribble back here? It's kind of hard to see what it says. I hope you guys can see it. It says Grocery Girls Knit.
I can't believe we forgot to talk about it.
Oh my God, I have something to share too. And it's all I-cord wrapped around a wire.
I'm going to go to my Etsy page and I'm going to tell you where I got it.
Jodi surprised today. It's freaking adorable. Almost feel like we should put it on a solid color or work, like
I think
on
it's
something.
I think it's got to be something
so
else.
that we can see, so that everybody can see. That's what it says. So we'll figure something out.
Okay.
But it is so cute. And you said it was custom where you chose your color.
Yeah.
Right? Who is it?
She has an Etsy shop and it's Lollipop and Lee.
Leigh.
Leigh. And it's all customizable.
Oh, look at the baby. Show the baby thing. Oh
You
my
guys,
God.
She has there's so many on Etsy. If the knitted,
really?
There's so many on Etsy. She stood out to me because of her color choices.
Okay.
There's so many beautiful ones. She's in the UK.
I feel like it would be the most phenomenal baby gift. And I said to Jodi, this is the most brilliant use of an I-cord I have seen. I love I-cord.
Yeah.
I think it's phenomenal. But how fun to make it a word.
She's got ornaments. She's got little add-ons. Like, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a purple heart, the last color of our logo, on the word knits. And you can add those on. It's got stuff for babies. It's all customizable.
And I would think that that's pretty, is it affordable? Yeah, right?
It's not break the bank. But
not break the bank.
You know what's amazing? I'm going to show you guys.
Kind of a really cute baby gift with the child's name.
Look at the color palettes to choose from.
Oh, wow.
Not everyone had the vast palette that she had, and that's kind of what I was kind of looking for. Show
that one that said "to the moon and back." Just go down a little bit, down right there.
See, you guys can customize all these words.
Like if there's a little saying that you always say, at night with your kids or whatever. Get the hell back to bed. Oh my gosh.
And then you can add on those rockets and the moons and the stars and have a really pretty mural. She's very talented.
I feel like you could add little bits of, glue gun it to those canvases that you could buy. Like you could paint and hang it up, but it's just adorable the way it is. You can hang it with thumbtacks practically.
I would give her 5 out of 5 stars. It came very quick.
That's great.
Yeah.
So she's in the UK.
She's in the UK. Oh,
fun.
You know what I did? There's a front of the line thing. There was
you pay a little extra.
I think you paid $8 or something to get your order bumped up.
I'm shocked that you chose that. Shocked.
I think that was her. Anyway, oh yeah, Q jumper, $7, you guys. So you can jump your order up.
Wow. It's true. Sometimes you can wait, and sometimes it's like, oh, geez, I thought I could get this right away.
Right.
But it is custom, so these take time. Mm-hmm. How much do you love your tattoos?
Obsessed with them.
Jodi, they're so pretty. Mm-hmm. I did not know what they were going to look like. I love them.
I didn't either.
They turned out beautiful.
Thank you. I love them so
really gorgeous.
much.
Okay, I feel like I'm done. Oh, no, shoot. Okay, I have one thing. This is it. This is the end. Vancouver area knitters, fiber lovers. Next weekend is Fibres West. This event was literally set up in 2020. All the vendors were set up, and the government came down and said, we are closing all social gatherings, COVID, done. So these people had prepared for months and done all their, setup.
Can you imagine?
And they couldn't have the event. So they're actually next weekend in Cloverdale. They've got the Agriplex. Go to fibreswest.com. You'll get all the details, all the vendors. You will find Yarn Bowler, Pom Pom Queen herself. You will find Janet there. I don't know who else is vending, but it will be an amazing lineup. So go check them out. If you're local, you're so lucky. It's an event you can go pop into. We'll put that in our Instagram stories too, so that people know.
You know what, Jordan? I feel like it's what's that word where it's like in a dream, like that movie with Leonardo,
like Inception.
Yeah.
What?
Jordan just sent me this picture.
Jordan.
Oh, she captured my face perfectly.
She did.
I actually thought, wouldn't it be fun to go? I mean, Stitches West. This event would be Fibres West would be so easy to get to.
I'm in. A Vancouver event. There's also something on Vancouver Island, and I forget when that is, but that would be really fun too.
Next month, we're going to a retreat on Pender Island.
We are with the Knit Social. I can't wait.
I'm
Jodi,
so excited.
We need to this week.
Okay.
Book our flights and stuff. Figure that out.
It'll be really fun.
Super fun. I can't wait. Andrea Mowry's teaching. Nora Gahn is teaching.
Yeah.
What?
Are you going to Fibres West, Amanda? You know, I'm really surprised that Amanda's not going to Pender Island.
Jordan Daniluk said hello.
Hi.
Block. Delete.
Star. Block that person. She just missed
Crafty
the yarn.
Jackalope. Amanda, are you vending? Oh, not vending. She's going to go shop and support.
Yeah.
That's great.
That'll be fun.
That's great.
Doesn't feel now. This is gonna make me feel like it's not Saturday. We never do Saturday.
I know. Saturday mornings are for knitting. But that's okay. And every once in a while, it's fun to shake it up. And I think a lot of people.
Is Amanda going to the retreat at Pender Island?
I don't know.
Is she?
I don't know.
Well, I thought Rebecca just said she was. Oh, she's crashing the retreat.
Good. Perfect.
I love it. You can come sleep in our room.
Bring a sleeping bag. We have room. I'm sure we can put you.
We're sleeping in a 2-bedroom. I'll sleep with her. This was really fun.
Always.
It was so good to
Super
see
fun.
you.
2 Diet Cokes. Jeez, I've hit my quota.
I had 2 500 ml.
Cheers. That's a liter. Wow. And look at that. My cup kind of matches.
This is my new cup.
I think of you every time I go to Starbucks. And I think, oh, I should get that one for Jodi. But 9 times out of 10, you probably have it.
No. We follow the drops and then get. That was the only one that I really wanted.
You follow the drop? Where is that?
Well, just the hashtag like Starbucks cup release or whatever.
Right.
And then because how do you not have when I stand up I will.
What?
She said, how do you not pee?
Oh yeah, it'll be like a race.
I'm like a camel. I not pee for 8 days.
Listen, I was on an airplane yesterday for 5 hours. Well, the flight was 6 hours. But let me tell you, going to the bathroom on the airplane, there's like a lineup of people, and then you've got to, then they're all coming back and squishing past. Like, it's a pain in the ass to even do it.
6 hours?
Yeah. I watched some good movies.
Was it nice and smooth?
No, it was a little bit choppy in places. There's a little bit of...
The whole time?
No, but there's two, like getting in there, like the last half hour, and there was one area that was a little bit...
For a few minutes?
I was okay with it. Yeah, for a few minutes.
Like less
It's not
than 5?
my favorite.
Less than 5?
Yeah, way less than 5.
Okay.
Not to the point where I was like crying in my seat. I've been there. I've been there.
We've been there.
Where I'm like, I'm going to die. I should never go on a vacation. I'm going to die. But I don't enjoy I really try and zone out, like watch a movie or be...
Even and it's Jeff sleeping. He's no help. He's probably sleeping.
Like sleeping.
Did he sleep the whole time?
Yeah. No, not the whole time. But he came home with a double ear infection, so he's allowed to sleep if he wants to.
That's so crazy.
Isn't
Did he go
weird?
get antibiotics?
He came home yesterday and he said, you went to the pharmacist and got eardrops. I said, you know, if it were me, I would try and get a doctor to look at it. Because if you wait till Monday and it is infected, you're going to be in a lot of pain. Mm-hmm. So he just went to that new clinic over
That's who
149th.
Shane now uses for his GP. He loves him.
Okay, good.
And there's a pharmacy right there.
That's it.
He loves and
it was great. He said it was a phenomenal service. And he got, so I'm hoping he feels better by tomorrow, right, when it kicks in. But no, and then I had a chatty lady on the other side. But I was like, hi, did you have a great trip? Yes.
Could you knit with her there?
Yeah. I was knitting that sock.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Anyway.
This has been so much fun.
It's been fun. We should let everybody go and enjoy the rest of their...
I know I'm forgetting something. Oh, my God. It's so cute.
It will be. It might be a little bit different, but anyway.
Are you kidding?
It's going to be cute. I love the colors.
No,
love.
I just saw a dick pic
Look
on
at that.
On her phone.
It's exactly the right color.
I know. It's good.
You did not.
She was just away.
Oops, it was Jodi's phone.
My kids. Oh, I don't even want to get into it. This has been so fun.
It's been great. Thanks for joining us now, or maybe even later. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
I know there's things we're forgetting.
You're going to have a finished sweater next time.
I said that last time.
I'm trying to be a good girl, but I really am very
No, you need to cast on everything.
not motivated to finish a sweater that's been on my needles this long.
Right.
I'm, as much as I love the yarn and I really want to wear the sweater, I'm having a hard time committing.
That's when you send it to Gibby Fit. Oh, can we do one more thing?
Yes. Amanda's like, click, subscribe, thumbs up, smash that subscribe button.
Don't forget to subscribe, you guys, because I don't know what happens.
I would love to see subscribers. I mean, I feel like we've got lots. And also,
No. We're on the hashtag road to 100,000.
Next time, also, you guys, we're gonna put our link to Knit for Food.
I knew we were talking about.
Yeah. And then the next, actually, when you're away, is the actual knit-a-thon. So I'll be knitting away. You're going to be in Mexico.
Did you see the thread where they wanted you to just shop a Spotify playlist?
Huh? No.
Okay, I'll tell you. Laura messaged on Instagram.
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
I have terrible taste in music.
I said Tracie's away and she's going to be doing it. I have
terrible taste in music.
Gay's like, I'm on it. I hope, Gay, can you just do the music list?
Oh my gosh. I would love to help, but...
Because there's a Zoom, right?
Yeah, there's Zoom.
Are you going to do it?
I'll pop into Zoom for sure.
Yeah. But I think you were hosting.
What?
I thought Laura said you and Gay were hosting.
This is 100% news to me. I
No,
have no
I'm
idea what
kidding
you're
about
talking
the hosting. I'm kidding about that. Okay, so...
But people have been so supportive. Can I just say, we said $5 makes a difference. When all of us get together, we have no idea what the end number is going to be. We've never done this fundraiser before. The support has been phenomenal. We are way up there. We've got a couple more weeks to go.
When is it done?
It is March 26th.
So next week, we have one more week.
Yeah, we're in, you're right. We're in the last, I'm going to just refresh here. We haven't done I'm going to do a thing in our Instagram stories and an update. We're over $12,000. Our goal right at the moment is 15, but our goal is fluid because if we hit 15,
it'll change.
Our goal will be 18 or 20 or whatever. Yeah. Our goal is how much can we possibly support, to support food insecurity.
Here's the thing. I said I would do 2 sweater quantities and a bag, a Mrs. Brown's bag. It's now going to be 3 sweater quantities and a bag.
So every donation to the Grocery Girls team is an entry to now, I guess, get a sweater quantity in a bag.
Yeah, there's 3. There's 3 now.
Okay.
So if you want to do another, and every time you enter, $5 is the minimum. You can enter.
It's US dollars, just when you're donating, just so you know, Canadians.
If you enter 2 times, that's 2 chances to win a sweater quantity of yarn and a Mrs. Brown's bag. So
the entire group, all the teams under the Knit for Food banner have raised $184,546 this past month or so. That's phenomenal. Over the last couple of years, it's been $500,000.
Times are a little different right now.
Yeah, but
so every penny counts.
No, those 2 years added up to it was 200 and some thousand.
Oh, okay.
Year. But the goal is $200,000 at the moment for the entire fundraiser. They've raised it. Yeah, they're really close.
Yeah.
So if you want to be entered into Jodi's awesome giveaway, donate for, make sure you click the Team Grocery Girls.
And the only thing you do is make a donation, $5 minimum, because we're going to be able to see at the back end and do random number generators.
645 people have clicked and donated.
Your chances are really good, you guys.
Well, I just feel like that's phenomenal. Thank you anyway.
Yeah.
It's something near and dear, right? Mm-hmm. We're in the grocery business, food insecurity. It's been terrible. Mm-hmm. It's been really, really hard. And I think this is something for sure that means a lot.
So the one other thing I wanted to talk about, but I think I'm just going to quickly mention it and then we'll talk more later so we can really dive into it.
Okay.
There are volunteers called finishers that help finish project of loved ones that can no longer knit or who have passed away. Knit or crochet. So there
was a link to that story.
CBC Radio, and it's called Volunteer Finishers Help Complete Knitting Projects Started by Late loved ones.
Yeah. That's
It's amazing, you guys.
such a special thing.
We'll link to it in our show notes, but it's so heartwarming to know that these knits that people intended to be finished and loved and gifted and worn or whatever get done. So amazing volunteers to do this.
Right.
I love it.
I do too. That's very, very heartwarming. I've never really thought about that, right? But, you know, absolutely people have got half done whatevers that they were working on.
There is an Instagram and they're called The Loose Ends Project.
Oh, show everyone. That's awesome. I didn't know that they had that.
I'm going to follow. The Loose Ends Project.
So maybe that's something people want to donate their time to, right? I'm sure there's a way to do that. So,
oh, Beth is a finisher.
What? That's awesome.
I've been meaning to talk
maybe
about
they
this.
match you up with someone where you know where you live, obviously, right? Or maybe they mail it to you. I don't know how it really works.
It says, do we accept volunteers, cross-stitch finishers? Yes, they do.
Wow.
Maybe it's a crochet, knitting.
I would be worried I'd ruin whatever it was. The first half the grandma knit is beautiful. Who finished this? No, I would love to do something like that.
What an amazing donation of time, and how heartfelt the project when it's finished to the people who it was their loved one. It would just mean so much.
It would mean so much.
So if I die, are you going to finish my whips?
No, I'll send them to your friends that have been doing that for you.
Totally.
You're never going to have whips because other people complete the project for you.
That is
I, on the other hand, will have bags of half knit sweaters. So you better get ready to finish them. 9 of them will be for you.
I'm going to send them to finishers.
Oh my God. Perfect.
Yeah.
But this is phenomenal.
It's a lovely thing.
Yeah, it really means it is really something special.
Yeah.
No, when I die, there's going to be skeins of yarn at my funeral. There's going to be... What?
Bendigo. What's that? I don't know. Friday catch-up.
That's a Australian festival.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Anyway, we should go.
This has been fun.
You're going to the Apple store?
No, I'm going to Westworld.
Oh,
I can't deal with them all right now.
No, terrible. Good call. Westworld's nice.
I'm hoping they can just switch out my battery. Like it went from 50% at 3 o'clock yesterday, not being used, to 0 by 9 o'clock.
I'm sure we have Apple Care. You probably just get a new one.
I do have Apple Care.
Yeah, we do.
We're so smart.
Anyway, just get a new one.
Free.
You guys, thank you for coming and joining us.
This has been fun.
Happy knitting. Make lots of cool things. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Jodi will have heat rash. I will have mine. We'll all be gone.
This is going to be fun.
It will be super fun.
Okay.
I'm so excited you guys are going away.
Okay, bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Star. Thank you. Show notes.
Thank you to our show notes friend. I can't even.
Yeah.
I want to say thanks to our team. I feel like it's a team, but they don't have to commit. It's just like they show up, and I love that.
Yeah.
And
I feel supported. We feel like it's a team.
So grateful and so lucky. So you guys are amazing.
Thanks,
Everybody
guys.
is.
Okay.